For real? Oh no. Chris! Let's go!
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. on this White Wednesday, September 17, 2025. This program begins right now.
Football
is magical, and we're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about it every single day. Today is going to be a special one because not only are we going to look back on the weekend that was in ball, but also the weekend that is right around the corner. Yes. Got a lot of big storylines developing. We've got a lot of big conversations today. Dan Orlovsky will join us in about 20 minutes or so. I called him this morning. He was doing a bodyweight workout, and then he had kettlebells. He was doing hand cleans work, and then he dropped down to do a couple burpees. And had wildly short shorts on, had my FaceTime phone on the ground.
Oh, bad grandpa.
Thought I was going to see Dan O. And it was kind of distracting.
Sure.
But I didn't, just so we all understand. His quad, the bones attached to his hips.
Yep.
Okay, he's got these tiny little legs. Mm-hmm. They were kind of blocking the entire. But he was getting half. We're talking hoodie up, full sweat. The burpees were very intense. I mean, he was hitting the ground.
Okay.
Hitting the ground going up, and then he grabbed his kettlebell, did a clean, and I was like, "What? Is this every day?" You know, and then yes, and I'm obviously interrupting. He's breathing, and I'm like 12:20, and he can't even say, and I'm like, I just hang up, and I'm like, what song was playing there? You think that I interrupted? Was that a song? Was it somebody, a life coach maybe, talking him through that?
Yeah, the Wiggles.
Was it like Jocko yelling at him right there?
Could be.
Because he was getting after it. It was still dark outside. I mean, you're talking about like, I didn't know Dano had it like that.
Wow.
He's got 3 kids, though. I guess he's going to have to get after it in the morning. And he also has he's a model, remember?
He is a model.
He's a model now, so he's got to get after it. We appreciate that. But Dano will join us in about 18 minutes or so. He called a game on Monday night. Excited to see how that all went, and also his thoughts on some of these quarterbacks, and also a lot of quarterback injuries.
Yes.
It has been official. Let's go to Talks Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Who just got ruled out? Fifth starting quarterback already out for at least a game, it seems like.
Yeah, Justin Fields officially out, concussion. Tyrod Taylor starting, and there were reports this morning about Mariota possibly being go on Sunday instead of Jaden Daniels.
And that adds to J.J. McCarthy, obviously we've learned about. That also goes to Purdy. So we've already had that situation with Mac Jones. And then Joey Burrow out for 12 weeks or whatever. Cool. It's going to be with the broken toe. So 32 teams, 5 starting quarterbacks are already about to miss games or have already missed games. So that's kind of been a story of like 2 years ago. The NFL season was all the quarterbacks got hurt. We had like 90-some quarterbacks play or something like that. Is that going to be the story of this year? Early trends say yes, but also we got more points. We got a lot of magic happening here early in the NFL season. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. We got everything DB, good D, bad D coming today. How were the defenses around the NFL? Was it easier or harder to find good D, or was it easier or harder to find that bad D?
I mean, it's all
that quick D. That give up quick D.
We'll pause first.
The soft D.
Short D.
But looking for defense is always good to find it. But sometimes you just kind of stumble upon a theme for the week. So we got a little theme for this week.
Oh, I can't wait. We also have a theme in another segment that we absolutely love. And that's every Wednesday we get an opportunity to not only catch up with J.J. Watt, who'll be in the second hour.
Sure.
His Espanol team.
Whoa.
In the morning, they drink coffee. In the afternoons, it's rum.
Yep.
And at night, I think they win.
Yeah.
Almost every one. I mean, they literally, this third in La Liga.
Almost at the top of the table.
Behind Real and Barcelona.
What?
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
JJ's Espanol C, number 3 in there. Yeah, that is. Shit. And then Burnley lost a heartbreaker against Liverpool.
Terrible.
Last minute, Liverpool never walked alone the entire time. They got some interesting kits and a $1 billion investment from Adidas, and they got a new coach, and boy, they're top of the table.
Yeah.
Let's go to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. Liverpool's walking alone this year or no?
Top of the table right now, Champions League. Today we play, that's bad. Big game against Atletico Madrid. My apologies. But Burnley has played a lot better this season. They're fighting with the very good teams. I think they will stay up this season.
Okay, and that's the conversation we have had on this day's show about Burnley.
Correct.
And Espanol.
Yeah, how long into the season are we?
Good question.
Gotta be
It never
towards the
ends.
end, right?
5 games.
Oh,
5 games in from the end or from at
5 games just started.
How we had seasons all off season. What season is this one? This one's the big one?
This is La Liga. Premier League just started.
But what were they doing?
That was the Club World Cup.
100 million, I heard.
Yeah, they won.
It's a hell of a preseason.
Burnley won
No,
the Cup.
Chelsea got $100 million for winning.
I don't think they got invited.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Well, some of those teams gave up 25 goals.
That's a good point.
Some of those teams are also really pissed because a lot of their players are getting hurt early in the season now.
Oh, yeah, they've been playing all year round.
Yeah, they never stop.
Which
It's
is kind
insane.
of, there's a new Super Duper Cup coming around the corner in soccer all the time. So we'll talk to J.J. Watt about American football and also congratulate him on Espanyol and Burnley doing well.
Sure.
But the segment on Wednesdays that we all get excited about also has a theme today. And it's a word theme. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of AQ Takeaways and In the Trenches, top 5 perform no lines. Ladies and gentlemen, 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion, player coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, also a member at one point of the Arizona Cardinals. For now, he is the color commentator. The Indianapolis Colts, the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, he has short arms. The only man to ever play offensive line in the NFL with under 30-inch arms. He is AQ Shipley.
Yeah, baby, AQ. True journeyman.
Whippeal Hall of Famer. Penn State cultist. Definitely a member of that. Firm believer in Penn State. What do you think?
I think they're pretty good. They better get it figured out, though. That's what I think.
What does that mean?
You're undefeated.
I mean, you're playing Florida International and all these cupcakes early.
That's a
and
good program.
Yeah, you're struggling. It's 14-0 at half. No, we need 65-0. That's what Ohio State. That's what Oregon. That's what the good ones are doing. I'd like to see it. I know he's trying to create
Ohio
a little
State
bit
was
of
in a
depth.
battle with Ohio, Navarro, until Navarro got hurt. And then Ohio State pulled away. Still early in the season, man. Still early in the season.
Do you know what's happening next week?
What's happening next week?
Penn State, Oregon. Not early anymore. We're going. Time to go.
Oregon, now that is a team that has just been pounding teams.
Yeah.
Oregon's been doing that. Also, Nebraska's been pounding teams. So congrats to Penn State. Let's go win a national championship, huh?
Hell yeah.
Come on.
There's a chance that Penn State is actually the home of Song of Politelli next year. Okay, especially because
better pray.
I believe the bidding is going to get into that, and Drew Aller will be in the NFL at that point. We assume maybe the number 1 overall pick, depending upon how the year goes for him in this entirety. But Penn State's always going to be in it for the foreseeable future because they have more money than everybody else. No, Oregon has more money, maybe. Michigan has more money. They actually have Larry Ellison, the richest guy in the world, as one of their back. Oracle, one of the guys, one of the companies that just bought TikTok, which is like the biggest sale in the history of sales or whatever, that now backs Michigan because significant other is in Michigan. So they're just able to collect that, everything like that. Texas has 4 different funds dumping money in there, they say. Penn State's got one AD who has a phone call to the largest base of CEOs. They were able to raise $700 million just to rebuild stadium. And oh yeah, that's going to happen quicker than ever because they're hiring every Amish person, I assume, in Pennsylvania to build up that as quickly as they're going to be able to build that up to. It's going to become the biggest place. And then they can get any athlete, any player, any sport right now. Penn State is in a golden era potentially, right? Do you not feel that way?
Absolutely. They got the number 1 hockey player. They're killing it in every sport. I mean, they're top 10 in every sport in the fall right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, you talk about the CEOs, like, this continues to happen. The players that are then going to be alumni at Penn State, and, like, Drew Aller maybe is the number 1 overall pick by the end of the year. McKenna, the hockey player, is for sure, no matter what, going to be the number 1 overall, but he's the next, one as they deem.
I don't think anybody that's ever met a Penn State person is necessarily pumped that they're going to be good at every sport going forward.
I don't like that one bit. I don't know what that means.
You know what that means.
You know.
You know what that means.
I mean, they're switching to Adidas next year.
Yeah, but that's a big time deal, though. We've read about some of the other deals that are happening around the place. Feels like people are making bad deals all the time. Adidas is in the game, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Adidas, we're open for conversation. We love what you're doing for sport.
Love it.
All day I dream about sports, baby.
Boom. Adi Dawsonheimer, of course. But Penn Staters, you know what that means. That means if you guys get good, you're going to get loud. And for good reason, your teams are seemingly all in. Great campus, great university, great schooling, great sports will be great news for all of you. But let's talk about the NFL. Hey, Cush, what were your big takeaways from week 2? Was there anything that we missed maybe or things that you need to emphasize a little bit more?
Well, running game is down. We can clearly see that. My eyes have not deceived me as I check the stats today. It is hard right now. It is hard right now to find offensive lines playing really well across the league, but we got 5 good ones later today.
Okay, on average, the top rushing teams gained almost 30 fewer yards per game in 2025 compared to 2024. That's a lot of yards.
That's a lot.
3 first downs just by itself, let alone those are coming at like a 4-yard clip normally, so that's a lot of plays. That's crazy that it's down. What's that mean? We're not blocking anymore? We're letting the quarterbacks kind of do their thing a little bit.
Well, let's echo Coach BA's sentiment and the fact that we don't play in the preseason anymore, so defenses will always be ahead whenever you start training camp. It's very similar to the first week of the season. And when you look at defenses across the league, I think over the last couple of years, we've seen rushing yards go up. We've seen the fullbacks climb. We've seen running games go up. We've seen a lot more cover 2, right? play bend but don't break defense. Now we are attacking on first down. We don't want to get behind the chains.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like everything about it. I like that the sport is potentially evolving. We thought it was going to be a ground and pound season. We thought it was going to go back to old school football strictly because the Philadelphia Eagles won. So that was almost like a green light to everybody else. Hey, this is how you build a team. It's much like when Steph Curry and Golden State win. Okay, everybody sees that and they're like, oh, you can win doing this. So every human on earth got a jumper. It's very similar in the NFL. If somebody sees success, they go, oh, that is what we're supposed to do. That is what wins. Let's do that. That's just natural for people to do. But it seems like that's not the case. Rushing might not be as good as we thought it was going to be.
Surprising.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too.
Especially with the amount of athletic quarterbacks that can run too. I feel like most of the quarterbacks get like 25, 30 yards when they take off and run. Most of the ones that aren't pocket quarterbacks. So that's very surprising, especially to start the season.
These linemen stink.
Whoa.
Kind of sounds like
They probably
soft.
I think
after a game.
I think the game plans have changed. If your running game is good, your entire playbook is open, right? And I think if you look at Cleveland this past week. Not a good team, obviously. Heard you guys all talking about it yesterday. The Browns will be the Browns, right? But
not all of us said that.
Derrick Henry, 23 yards, and Lamar Jackson had 13. So they're stopping the run. Now, you also got to stop the pass.
Well, yeah, and quarterbacks are playing better, I feel like. And the under stats have still been hitting, so I'm not saying there's a bunch of points, but like Russ has already thrown for 450. I don't know the stats, but I'm assuming it wasn't 2 weeks in last year where there was a 400-yard passer. Dak, he threw all over the yard against the Cowboys too. Or against the Giants in that game as well. And then even if you go back to week one, there are multiple 300-yard passers. Think about Rodgers. Rodgers week one. That was Rodgers from 4 years ago. And we saw him week one against the Jets and he had 4 touchdowns. So it's almost as if all the teams are with that mentality, hey, we're just going to stop the run and see what happens. Now all the quarterbacks are like, okay, sweet. This is awesome.
Spotlight back on quarterbacks getting man-to-man coverage or single coverages or anything like that.
Yeah, and even just
it's the rebirth of the quarterback being able to be the option for an offense.
And the one thing that, in preseason that might not matter as much in games is that connection with your number one wide receiver. I wonder if you look across the board as well, how the number one receivers are doing, because it feels as though a lot of them have been, pretty dominant thus far.
All right, let's get to your takeaway, shall we? Rushing Dahn around the league. We don't like that. Hopefully we see a run game come back.
Yeah.
A little grind and pound out there. What else do you think we should talk about more? Yes. Daniel Jones, Blitz Conqueror.
Wow. Love it.
Okay. See that word conqueror there with an OR at the end? That might be a theme here. Oh. How many of those words exist? Enough is what we would say. And I'm happy that you brought this up because BA actually recorded this in the Thunderdome immediately after the show ended. He sat down, may or may not have had a little glass of vitamins with one big ice in it. Mm-hmm. He took a couple sips and he said, we didn't even talk about Danny Dimes, and recorded this for us today.
Great show today.
Okay,
we did not talk enough about Danny Dimes. What he did against the Blitz was amazing. Denver's a hell of a defense. This guy kicked their ass.
Okay, so that's what BA thinks. AQ, is that exactly what your point is as well? And is Danny Dimes on pace to be the MVP? Are the Colts on pace to win the Super Bowl? Is this the best team around the NFL at the moment, or are they at least in the same exact Rushmore of teams that have been so damn dominant and good?
Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos, loves to bring the blitz early and often, and they did that. And against the blitz, 268 passing yards, 117 passer rating for Danny Dimes. It's incredible. It's incredible. If you look at him here, he's looking all around. He's trying to see what's going on, looking left, looking right, trying to survey the field. Where's the blitz? Send the line right. Jonathan Taylor coming back, pick it up, deep ball, down the right sideline to Pierce.
Hey, shout out Pierce, by the way.
Filthy.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Pierce making big-time plays is great. But you're saying what Danny Dimes did is he understood what was coming. Send the line one way. Send Jonathan Taylor the other way. Unprotected, got to get it out quick. Alec Pierce has a go in single coverage out there. Let me take a shot. All that's happening in processing while Danny Dimes is looking at the defense?
It's all happening in a blink of an eye. And whenever you talk about week one of the preseason, who was the quarterback? Anthony Richardson. Mm-hmm. He got a blitz that you're taught on day one.
Oh,
didn't know if he was protected
Wasn't
or not.
a blitz. They weren't bringing blitz.
Oh, yeah. It was a blitz. And he didn't know if he was protected or not. Boom.
How'd we get there?
Who pulled this already seen. He got hurt on this.
There it is.
Bruce.
He got hurt on this. We could, on that note, though, on that, the entirety. Anthony Richardson has played such a limited amount of games in comparison to Danny Dimes. I mean, you're talking high school, college, into the NFL, big learning curve, big upside. We are still pulling for him to reach his potential because his potential would be great for the NFL. But what Danny Dimes allegedly has been doing since the very beginning is understanding what the offense is and also understanding what the defense is. BA brought this up about how a lot of the young guys nowadays can't dissect what the hell's going on in front of them defensively because they've never been asked to do it. It's not really their fault. It's not really the guys' fault. They've literally never done something. So then whenever they show up at the highest level with the best disguises, the best everything, the fastest guys, all of a sudden now they're being asked like, hey, you got to figure this out. And then once you figure that out, now you're going to make your decision. And by the way, if they do this, your decision goes from this to this. If they do this, your decision goes from this to this. If they do this, you need to look here, then there, then there. And all that's happening in real time with people flying faster than they've ever flown. And then also, he doesn't take into account one of your offensive linemen gets beat. So now you got to figure out what it is. You got to get out of the way, and now you got to dissect which option is the best in real time. What if 1, 2 are covered and the offensive line messes up? Happens. Now you got to avoid 3 things in the middle of a play and also look things and get to your third person. The amount of mental stress that is, let alone physical stress, because you got to be able to make all those moves, plus a sense of feel that you have to have that this is all happening in real time. To get there, you got to play a lot of ball. I don't think you just kind of show up on day one like that. And I think this is the biggest reason why, you know, college offenses have changed completely. College offenses now are utilizing their weapons that they have, the most athletic guy on the field. And we'll just continue with Anthony Richardson in this conversation. Anytime he's been on any sporting anything, he's been a basketball court, most athletic guy on there. He went down at tennis court if you want to, most athletic guy on there. Football field, most athletic guy. So his entire life, all the coaches see a lot of success because they got the most athletic guy. It's like, we need to keep this very simple. If that guy comes here, you're going there. That guy stays there, you're handing it off. And then once the offense just gets like basic, and it's basic, and it's basic, but it has success, the coaches, and I think the other people around him at those levels are like, why would we? This is successful. He was the number 4 overall pick because of that stuff. But then once it all starts happening at the highest level, I think a lot of these young guys just have no idea what the hell is going on. So Baker has a chance to have a lot of success because he's had a lot of failures in the past and he's seen it before at least. He's not being dropped into the fire immediately upon. Sam Darnold has a chance to have success because he's seen it before. Not that it's because he's had great success in prior places, even though he did at Minnesota, but it's like he's seen it before. Mac Jones potentially has a chance to be very good. Not saying that Brock Purdy isn't, but Mac Jones has a chance to be very good because he's had so many failures and he's seen so many things. And if you can remember those situations, you can kind of take advantage of them in the future. And it's like Anthony Richardson, I don't think is close to getting to that point yet. Not that it's like an easy thing to get at. Everything I just laid out, it's hard. But Danny Dimes coming in and knowing all that shit, I assume Shane Steichen and the boys, everybody on the offense, is more comfortable, would you say, kind of going into games knowing that, hey, we at least got somebody on the field that can put us in the right position in most cases, because that's a big deal for a quarterback as well?
That's half the battle. Understanding protection might be the biggest thing a quarterback needs to know whenever he's playing the quarterback position in the National Football League. In college, you can get away with a lot of stuff. But if you don't understand protection, you don't understand when you're protected and when you're not protected, your coach can't play you.
And you learn that by getting
blasted.
And Danny Dimes got blasted a lot.
Yes, too much. And now you got to have talent, too. You got to have guys who can block and protect. You got to have a back who can protect. We've seen clips going around of backs not being in good pass protection and obviously good coaching, because you can't be thinking. You got to be prepared. You got to be able to just be free and play ball.
Yeah, it's small sample size, but are we sure that this hasn't just always been Danny Dimes and it was the offensive line in New York, and it's like you get blasted? Who knows how many times he got hit from the blind side and fumbled, and then we're just killing him like this guy sucks. He can't protect the football. It's like, are we sure that he wasn't this guy the whole time, and now it's just perfect situation? He has an O-line that's good. He has a coach that, you know, he pairs well with, and he's got playmakers on the outside as well.
And just think about his weapons. Yeah, the playmakers. When he, the best Danny Dimes you ever saw was him going into Minnesota and beating the Vikings the year the Vikings won all those one-score games. Danny Dimes on the road with, Saquon and Isaiah Hodgins, who I believe is on a practice squad somewhere, still doing it, but still, that's who Danny Dimes was throwing to. And Darius Slayton, also still a good player. player has been paid. But Michael Pittman Jr. has had 1,000 yards with every single quarterback he's played with, and there's been 6 of them. And
Alec Pierce is an actual deep threat. Just
Bingo.
never really had the opportunity, I think, with sustainable offense, and maybe he's just finding his stride right now.
O-line has been.
Josh Downs, another weapon, unbelievable. He has Jonathan Taylor in the backfield.
Yeah,
he in the offensive line.
They like just the continuity at quarterback. The O-line has been solid, but they've had to change their style of protection since Phillip Rivers because it's been different damn near every year.
And added to the team this year, maybe the best player in football, Tyler Ward.
Yes.
He's unbelievable. And they go to him in so many different ways. I think this is the play right here. Yep, they're going to motion him into fullback. And then he's going to go through the A-gap on a little 7 route over top of the linebacker. Just get him the ball out in space. Watch out. Doesn't go out of bounds, lower the shoulder at the end.
Always.
Let your presence know.
Where did he go to school?
That cult.
Which one?
Penn State.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the first tight end off the board.
Yeah, Colson Loveland was out of Michigan. Now, they were saying he wasn't fast enough. They got him releasing out of the A-gap, making it look like he's a lead blocker in a run. I mean, he had the Broncos defense. Feels like Shane Steichen schemed up this Broncos defense pretty good as well, D, but you're on the call.
Yes, very good scheme, and you mentioned it. They blitzed him the entire game, and he just kept figuring it out. When you got a guy like, you never know where 84 is going to be. He can be in line. He can be split out the wide receiver. He can be lined up at fullback. Shit, he can be on the under center and taking a snap. And when you're running routes like that, we don't go over those type of pass concepts. You're not going to you see Puka do this. We saw Calvin Austin do it kind of through the big gap, but you don't see a tight end running a 7 route from the A gap. And he's always open because of his size. He's always a mismatch because of his size. And his speed, his shiftiness is pretty special. I think that's the surprising element. Usually you see a big boy like that in space, you're like, okay, I can saw him in half. Like, nah, he's giving guys the business in the open field.
And now, what were you calling Shane Steichen last year?
I think we're calling him Shite Stinking, I believe. And to be honest with you.
That's not we were. No, you were, I think.
No, well, I don't know. I think I heard it a few times from multiple people. I know a lot of people on the internet were saying it, but, I mean, that's the thing. Maybe we keep calling him Shite Steichen, we start calling him.
He's clearly in his bag. You saw what he just did with Tyler Warren coming out as a fullback, 7 route through the A-gap. I mean, that's Shane Stinking in his bag.
Exactly. I'm thinking maybe we go with the poop theme. Danny Dumps,
that's what I'm saying. There's never going to – that day –
Wet wipes Warren. No. I mean, we can go all the way here.
There's a chance that day comes. But I'll tell you what, with these eyes – boots on the ground. I ain't seen it anytime soon. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is the ESPN pundit of all things NFL. He is literally the expert on anything you need to know when it comes to American football. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky. Dano, you're really getting after it this morning. Is that an everyday thing? We didn't have a full conversation while you were getting after it this morning with the kettlebell and the bodyweight stuff.
Oh, working out? Yeah. I always say, like, one of the benefits of being fortunate enough to play like sports so long is it's had such a good impact on like post actual sports playing life. I used to do it for vanity, I still think I do a little bit, but I can't really go a day without working out for my brain, or like I feel like I just become crazy edgy and not fun to be around. So yeah, I got to kind of get to a point of physical pain almost on a daily basis.
I respect that. Just beat the hell out of yourself. Whatever gets you by, okay? Whatever makes life the best. And
I need it, man.
From a vanity perspective, you look good. You look good, brother. Just want to let you know it's all paying off. Those suits this year look extra snug, don't they?
Oh yeah, tight.
Yeah, they got the tight
real tight.
Yeah. And maybe I've actually put on a couple of pounds, and that's why they look as tight as they do.
No, see, that you doing the whole thing about not having confidence about the shape that you're in, vanity stuff. You look good. You need to know that you look unbelievable. But it did feel as if the suits, instead of getting them a couple sizes too big, because, we might get through a holiday season, this might be a little bit, it feels like you were aggressive in this one and said, take it in.
Yeah.
This is me.
I always say that. I always say that to my wife. When my wife is like clothes shopping or something, because my wife is such a small lady, and she's like, man, this is too small. And I'll be like, get it. It'll force you to stay in shape. Girls you to stay in shape.
Yeah.
How's the trail mix?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You're such a dick.
Yeah, you're not. Are you Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11 series?
It's a great movie.
Yeah, and he's always eating,
great movie.
but he's Brad Pitt. You see what I'm saying? Vanity purposes?
No, I'm I don't remember him and his character always eating in that movie.
It's his thing, dude. You're being a doucher eating those pretzels.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think you look like.
Have you seen a mirror, bud?
Oh, jeez.
Am I eating right now? And just so you know, respectfully, go to hell.
Okay, I like that. I appreciate that. Dana, we're doing AQ's takeaways. We're through the first one or the second one. Rushing down was the first one. Second one, Danny Dimes blitz conqueror because of what he was able to do to the Denver Broncos. They blitzed him over 70% of the time. He had a 117 or something like that QBR against the blitz for 268 yards and everything like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add to the Danny Dimes conversation that maybe we've left off that you have seen?
No, I think the overall thought in Indy in relation to everything is like, you got to give Shane credit. He had a lot of noise around how it was handled and, what quarterback he should go to. I thought he should have gone with Anthony. Obviously, that would have been wrong because Daniel's playing so well. So you got to give him a lot of credit. I think the second thing is it's just a high level of trust right now. When I watch play calling, oftentimes you can watch play calling from a quarterback's perspective and you can get the information of, are you trusted or not? And I think that's the thing that pops off the tape is they just trust Daniel right now because they're so aggressive throwing the football in early downs. We did something yesterday. I think, they've thrown the ball 18 or 20 times on first down. That's an indicator of like, we believe in you. I think they've thrown the ball like 13 times on second down. So that's something that stands out. And you're starting to see a little bit more of that creativity. AQ's flip. I mean, that really for you guys, like, and this is like, that's Sale. It's just somebody deep, somebody middle, somebody short. And they just are super. This is Sale. Daniel's run this play over 1,000 times in his life. Not in that regard, though, not the way that they got to it. You see those 3 levels, that's a perfect shot of it right there. And so just the ability to take a very basic concept. You're going to see a deep guy, a middle guy, and a short guy, and make it look like something completely different, even though it's not. And so now Tyler being a huge part of that. And so you're seeing the creativity back for Shane. And then give credit to Daniel. I would say that Daniel is playing in a way that we never seen him play. Daniel Jones coming out of school was a guy that would always panic under pressure, panic with the football. That's why he had those turnovers. He's actually under pressure a decent amount in these first 2 weeks. Like he's dealing with chaos and he's been flawless in it, and that's what's been remarkable. I mean, this throw's big time now. I mean, it's big time throw. Downs is great, by the way. So, a lot of good stuff on their tape. A lot of it.
Yeah, I agree. And he's been tough for us. The Dimes dive has 3 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Even if we don't get it, the first 3 downs, who cares? Run it again. Yeah. This dude is tough for us. He's big for us. And he's much more athletic, I think, than most people give him credit for. We've always hit the Danny Dimes over rush yard prop.
Yep.
Okay, that has been since the beginning. He's a much better runner than you would think just by looking at him. And we're saying that strictly because of all the stereotypes. Yes, that is why we were saying it. Out of Duke, what he looks like, everything like that. You would think this guy, there's no way he can move. He can. He still's got a different gear, too. This past weekend, somebody breaks free. I think right offense looking out, right defensive end or pass rusher. And he's 2 feet from Danny Dimes, maybe a foot. Yeah. And Danny Dimes turns, runs, double clutch, puts it in new gear. Hits a different gear on this guy, gets to the edge, gain of like 4, I think, as opposed to a sack that happened. And obviously, I'm not comparing that against Anthony Richardson, but I certainly was comparing that against my thoughts of Danny Dimes. And he's 28 years old. He's just hitting his physical prime.
Young.
Like everything that is up or has been potential upside for Danny Dimes is seemingly all hitting right now. His recollection of coverages, his recollection of everything that's going to happen, his knowledge of the plays, which is like that Duke education, is all coming together. Like he learned it all very quickly. His feel for the game after getting his ass beat, I think, for so long with the Giants, good. His humility, not that it was ever gone, but now he literally can't listen to anything because outside noise has been so loud for everything. Never even had an opportunity to dive into that stuff. It's like, we got a guy here in Indianapolis. It's like a perfect fit for us too.
I think one of those things too that I feel is consistently showing itself, maybe a little bit more recently or not. And so this is the conversation around Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, and it seems at least through 2 weeks, Daniel Jones is like, and I know Geno didn't play well Monday night, but there's a big body of work that Geno Smith is like, there is something to be said for these younger quarterbacks just getting absolutely embarrassed publicly, like getting, they're just going through hell essentially professionally and not breaking and like not allowing that to break them and then using it to in a positive way, like continuing their process, continuing to work, believing in yourself, not allowing doubt to become more than self-belief, and it's paying off. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be that case for everybody, but it does seem like that is a overwhelming common theme between those guys.
Yeah, being mentally calloused is a good thing, I think. Because
man.
they're embattled whenever it comes to everybody thinking or them thinking that everybody has the same opinion about them, which is a negative one. Because they can get real loud, and those ones steal thoughts, For me, I still go through it because they can get real loud, negative things said, and it's like, man, how many people feel that way? Does everybody feel that way? Should I feel that way about me?
Yeah.
And then all of a
sudden, is it true?
Yeah, exactly. You start going in like, yeah, that is exactly that is true, actually. And I never really thought. And then you start getting in there, and then you could lose your confidence. And if you lose your confidence as a quarterback,
that's everything.
I mean, as anything, you lose your confidence. So you got to fight through that. And the fact that Danny had it in the biggest market, in the biggest way,
following a Super Bowl legend quarterback,
Eli, he was supposed to be the next one. Same coach, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Cutcliffe, great man. Got a chance to meet him this past weekend down there in Tennessee. Good guy. But it was like, this is the next. Hey, you got him. Good job. Why'd we draft this guy? He's Eli. He's Eli, but more athletic. We drafted who? He's Eli, but more athletic. And then it doesn't work out. And it's like bang, 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 bang.
And then when it does work out, they pay him because he wins a playoff game. And because they pay him and it doesn't work out, he gets killed.
This guy made more money than Eli Manning ever made. It is it's a lot. But, mentally calloused, physically hardened, and his mind seems to be sharp with what defenses are currently doing. And he fits Shane Steichen's offense perfectly. You see what Shane was able to do, obviously, with Phil Rivers at Chargers. It was a lot more throwing, not a lot of moving. But whenever Shane Steichen really came into his own is with Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Jalen can move. He's physical. He's strong. Anthony Richardson was a guy I think that they wanted for Shane Steichen because they were going to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. Danny Dimes has all that shit. Danny Dimes has all of that shit as well. We're in a good spot. Okay, what's the next takeaway from week 2 that we should talk more about, AQ?
The Detroit Lions got back to doing what they did last year.
Oh, you're talking about the great resurrector all the way back, the Detroit Lions. Go ahead, AQ. What did you see from them?
Yeah, they got back to doing the shifts and the motions and running the football. They look like a completely different team from week 1 to week 2. And right here, you get Laporta in motion. You get the crack toss at the point of attack. You can see him motion, and boom, crack, get around, bend outside, touchdown. On the next one, unbelievable play here. Unbelievable. We're going to send the whole O-line right. We're going to motion Laporta. We're going to run the bend back, fake zone right, get everybody out to the left. So much eye candy, so many shifts, so many motions.
Whoa.
This is exactly the whole O-line goes right. They get Taylor Decker out in front. They get Laporta out in front. They get Gibbs bending it back all the way against the zone. Over the top ball handling. Defense has no idea where this ball is going. This is exactly why they had so much success last year. It was all the eye candy, the shifts, the motions, and running the football.
The ball fake there, too, got that left D-end very, very badly. If you saw Goff on that counter, too. How important is that, Dano, when it comes to play-action fakes for the ball fake? Because we also saw Rodgers get another guy like he did back in the day.
Yeah, so it's actually a good observation and a good point, too. It's a huge deal, and I think it's something that...
Charming.
Yeah, I was being serious there. I think it's something so that there's obviously a lot of conversation about quarterback development that has, kind of been a hot button topic over the past, week or two. That is something that is the way quarterbacks used to get taught in certain offenses was a massive thing. Like AQ knows it. The run game works because all 11 are attached to the run game. It's not like the offensive line blocked good and the running back ran well. It's, in your run game, it's the proper scheme and everybody is synchronized with the way that they're going about their blocks, and the quarterback and his handoff or his fake after the handoff on a bootleg or the way he snaps it. I remember getting taught when I was early, in like the Shanahan Kubiak tree of like, we would run zone and I would hand the ball off and we would do drills where like I would put the ball in the running back's stomach, like Arian Foster or someone like that, or Steve Slayton. And we would have a drill where we would hand the ball off or be in the process of, and our coach at the very last minute would be like, pull it, and so we had the process of like giving the ball to back. No, I'm not. And so, and then snapping our head downfield. And so I think a lot of that stuff has gone away from the position in many ways because it's just not emphasized as much anymore. And, I think that Goff's a guy that was trained under Sean and knows how important those details are to the run game of the bootleg or the hand. I always talk about with these quarterbacks who are handing the ball off from underneath, like, we were always taught like it's a dealer at a casino.
Deal cards.
And you're dealing, and your offhand has got to be, in the stomach, because a defensive end, if I'm a quarterback and I open up to my right to hand the ball off, the defensive end is trying to see, is my other hand like hanging off of my body? Because if so, they're thinking that's a tell. Maybe he does that on the handoffs. And so the defensive end can then crash down the line of scrimmage. You get the backside. And so you're trying to all make it look the same. And so that's actually a good observation by Boston Connor is like, Goff's got that stuff it's all connected.
I love that Connor and you just had a good football moment. I was trying to find a ball.
I mean, just wait for the moment that's coming between me and Dano in 3 weeks.
What's that?
When we can really talk about a future storyline of the NFL season this year, and that's Drake May football, baby.
Okay, on that note, let's go to Hammer.
Yo, he played good.
Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, I was just looking for it, Dan. I couldn't find the tweet, but you put out a Cam Ward tweet from week 1 about his film, and then I thought I saw a Drake May tweet about his film from week 2.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Did Drake May look awesome as well?
I would tell you that I thought this was the best game of him as a professional.
Wow.
I thought when it comes to some of the stuff that Drake May did now, a little bit of as a credit to Josh McDaniel, I thought they moved him a lot more. I mean, he's such a big-time athlete. They moved him, so the athleticism was a bigger part of the game in his game, and he throws so well on the run. I thought some of the ball placement throws that he had versus some decent coverage was big time, and then his ball fakes have grown a lot. This ball to Boutte is absolutely perfect. On the one-on-one down the red zone, the ball to the back down the sideline, this one to Ramondre, like this ball, I don't care if the guy's in his back pocket, it's perfect. And so I think when it comes to this, like Drake last year, there was a tremendous amount of growth in his feet and the pocket and his movement and throwing in rhythm and timing. And then this game, it was like, listen, there's a lot of remnants in this game of Ben Roethlisberger and Josh Allen and just the style of play. If you just took the jersey, there's a lot of stuff that looked like early guys of Ben Roethlisberger and Josh Allen style-wise. Big time.
Okay.
He was awesome.
Yeah, Connor was just squirming in his seat.
Well, then I remembered. I need to temper what I am, hearing, because it is Dan Goofslowski.
No, it's not.
And I'm not sure, how long.
We had a moment. We had a moment.
You're talking about the Dan wagon, where the Dan wagon does get latched to a lot of different players early in the season.
And he latched it to Cam Ward, and they lost 33-19. And he played great.
Did you see that throw?
The film, yeah, the film. I know I'm a non-player.
But I think everybody has said, including Dan, Cam Ward good, Titans bad.
Exactly.
It's got to make sense. So he's saying Drake May good at least. Now Patriots good?
TBD.
Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not talented enough to be like good, I don't think. But I think that Drake
you didn't have to
May,
give an answer there. That was not an expected answer, but I do appreciate
see
you.
Something I swing at it.
Do you know it?
See something I swing at it, man.
Yes, you do. Jeez. All right, let's give you something to swing at. That's great out in Los Angeles. D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, another quarterback who I wouldn't say has had development issues. He's been a star since he stepped on the scene, in my opinion, but has had to change a lot of coaches and things like that. Playing very, very good football. Justin Herbert came out of the gate swinging. Offense looks different under Greg Roman as well. What's your early thoughts on Justin Herbert in the Chargers offense?
I think the Chargers as a team are as complete as anybody in football. I think they're as well coached as anybody in football. Offensively, it just feels different. It feels like in their belief, they've got the best player in the NFL, and they just cut him loose on early downs nowadays. It is just play action pass after play action pass on early downs. In their words, the health he has this year is a big deal. Greg Roman talked to us last year about Justin in relation to last year, and he said they watched 23 and 24, 2023 and 2024 tape. And they were like, just the ankle and how it affected all parts of it. That's a sick throw. All parts of his game, they underappreciated. And so his legs are a big deal this year. I think this, but like, just from a this is 4th and 1, and he gets to the third read. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, by the way, got a chance to be a Hall of Famer. Okay, like legit. When you look at his numbers, got a chance to be a Hall of Famer. So, okay, like this is what I want to say about the Chargers offensively. Again, I mentioned their early down passing and whatnot. They're huge on offense, physically. Like their offensive line, think about it in this old school Baltimore in a way. Massive offensive lineman. Joe Alt, their left tackle, looks like Jonathan Ogden. Then they take like Matlock, who's their 300-pound tight end or fullback. They put him on the field. So you got 6 cats on the field that are 300 pounds plus. And then they go play action passes. And so you can't get to the quarterback. And then McConkey's got great speed and feel. Greg Roman told us, or Coach Harbaugh said, McConkey reminds him of Marvin Harrison. Just his ability to get open. Quentin Johnston's downfield getting open. Yep. Their tight ends are good players. Their backs average 235 pounds. And so they're just a difficult matchup right now. And offensively, man, dude, they're playing at a high level. And then defensively,
lights out.
But you could talk to it better than me, but like, I told you guys, Pat, I told you Derwin's great. Like, Derwin's great, man, to talk to. But, like, I think the thing that makes them difficult on defense, D-Butt, is they force you to be patient as a play caller and quarterback with their style, but you know you have to get explosive plays against them. Mm-hmm. And those two things I don't think can happen at the same time, you know? Yeah. And so you end up chasing stuff, but you shouldn't. They don't give you completions. They play a zone defense, but it's not your traditional zone defense where they just go to areas. They're matching concepts and they're matching routes and they're matching, 3-level stuff where it's like, yes, it's a zone, but it feels like zone, man, but it's a zone. And so it's hard to play against that unit, man.
Yeah, they're just suffocating. They have players that can do multiple things. The guys on the outside, they play well, but you can have Derwin James depending on the week. Okay, we got Brock Bowers. Brock wasn't, fully healthy, but hey, we got Brock, we got Kelsey. We need you to take that guy out of the game, or we'll use you more in the run game, or we'll use you in the deep run through. Like just a bunch of guys on the same page, flying around, no egos. It almost reminds you of like a college defense, like that Michigan defense that Mentor had in Michigan. He carried that shit right over. You saw glimpses of it last year, but this year everybody's on the same page.
So will OCs be able to figure this out or no? I guess that's a question for you, Dan. Like, is it so early in the season that it's like towards the later end of the season, are people going to be able to understand what they're doing?
Pat, I mean, this was the number one defense points per game in the NFL last year. They gave us 17 points a game last year, too.
How come nobody talked about that, Dan? I expect you to.
I would tell you this.
You and Fowler and Riddick were talking about it maybe on Monday night, but before that, I didn't hear that one time come out of the people.
I think it's a great question of, like, how do you play against it and have success against it? I think you have to be able to get bigger than them at the line of scrimmage and control the run game. So two teams that I think immediately have the ability to do that are Buffalo and Baltimore. AQ would know a little bit about that more than me, but I just think you're not going to dink and dunk your way down the field against this defense. You're just not over the course of 4 quarters, and you are not going to hit big explosive plays on them that often. You're just not. So you got to be able to control the line of scrimmage.
You got to hit your shots.
It's like when you playing the great quarterbacks, like going into the game with like great quarterbacks, like you're playing Brady, you're playing Manning, you're playing Patrick Mahomes. They may give you 2 opportunities to make a play on the ball.
You got to make them.
You got to make the play. You can't drop an interception. They're going to drive down and score or get a touch, a field goal, whatever. So it's the same way with this Chargers defense. You got to run the ball. So they respect the run, and maybe they drop it. Say maybe they do something a little out of character. You get them off. But if they stay on schedule and they're playing, you're not beating them. And when you do have an opportunity to hit an explosive play, you better hit it because you probably aren't going to get another chance for the next 2 or 3 drives. So it's the same mindset as a defensive player. We're playing those guys. That's the offensive mindset with these guys.
So that guy's a head coach very soon.
Yep, Harbaugh said it.
Mentor?
Yeah.
Stud. Absolute stud.
So if he was up for a job and you were up for a job, you'd be like, you should take him?
Yeah, no question. Not even close.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, actually, I'll do your offense book. Something to think about out there. If we yeah, he's that building is awesome too. I don't know if you were out there, obviously, or have been out there. Brand new practice facility, huge, beautiful place. Brand new state-of-the-art everything basically there. The vibes from equipment room, training room.
The food.
Chefs, you name it.
Oh, my God.
Everybody is all going in the same direction. It is wonderful out there. And Harbaugh feels like the perfect guy to bring it all together. And Herbert is a dude, certified, what we all believe. Speaking of another guy certified, won a Super Bowl. Some people say average, maybe. He won a Super Bowl last year. And I think he even called his own shot, dagger, to win it. I think. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Dano, where are you currently at on Jalen Hurts? Because I remember you came on, when we were at the Hall of Fame, and you basically said, hey, last year he didn't play like a top half of the league quarterback, and we kind of gave you hell for it, and then, promptly got you off the show. And then a couple weeks later on Get Up, I believe you said that, him and Sirianni are like the modern day Belichick and Brady.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people didn't listen to what you said. They just said, this guy said he sucked last year, and now he's calling him Tom Brady 2 weeks later. So they were like, Dano's a moron.
Yeah, you kind of got out of context quoted pretty good there.
You did. And
by your own showing.
That's neither here nor there. That's going to happen. But
used to it.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Jalen, he hasn't really been filling up the stat sheet like crazy, but they continue to win. Where are you on Jalen Hurts right now?
Yeah, so I feel the same that I did about his performance last season. And then the reason why I said the Belichick Brady thing was it was in relation to their style of just whatever it takes to win, like the obsession, no noise, hyper focus, all that. So I think like this. Week one, I thought he was tremendous because it was what the defense was giving him the opportunity to do. And it basically pitched a perfect game. And then when I watched week two, I don't think there was a ton more that he could have done with the football. I just right now, their pass game through 2 weeks. So I'm not burning it up, but they ran the same route with A.J. Brown 10 times from the same location. And there's a beauty in this, of doing the simple stuff. And I can appreciate that. Hey, our guy, we're going to line up and we're going to run the same route and stop it.
No, it's happening again. It's happening again.
Yep.
They just beat the Chiefs, and people are calling for people to be fired.
Oh, yeah, they want this OC fired.
No, I'm not calling for anyone to be fired.
You're just saying, hey, this guy's running the same route from the same place 10 times.
It's a fact, though. It's a fact. So, if we're sitting there dissecting maybe why the stat sheet's not getting filled up, or you're not throwing for 300. You got one of the best receivers in football, and 10 times in that game, he runs up 5 yards and breaks in. So, there's a predictability element of that. And there's also okay, we completed. We got 8 yards, and so there's just that.
Stink.
Yeah,
but you're not.
Never go broke making a profit, brother. Never see the red if you only take green.
That's right.
Peyton went to the Hall of Fame off that Indy route.
The Chiefs have been back to the Super Bowl.
But I get Dan's point, though. It's for a defense, and the Chiefs had, I think they held the Eagles to their lowest output since 2021 or something like that. But
Come on!
You lost the game. You lost the game, so that's the big thing. But when you're coming into you have a weapon like A.J. Brown, you have a $30 million a year wide receiver, and he's been doing and saying all the right things. So kudos to him. But you want to have some type of mystery with where number 11 is going to be, where number 6 is going to be, how they're going to use them. Like Justin Jefferson, slow start this year, young quarterback, but 18 is going to be moving all around. It's tough to game. We talked about it with Tyler Warren. It's tough to game plan. We know coming. This is a big problem in the pass game, but where the hell is he going to be? How are they going to use him this week? How are they going to use him in the
It's
red
also
area?
D-Bud, if you're killing them, if you're killing them with it, keep doing it. It's just their offense from last year to a point hey, they keep running the football. Well, no one was stopping the run. And then in the Super Bowl, we're going to stop the run. Well, we're just going to throw vertical routes to AJ and Devontae. And so, if you're killing the defense, not a big problem. But when your offense maybe isn't firing on all cylinders and you're not playing the way that you maybe want to, or you're not as successful doing so, then I think that you're trying to figure out the why. The why would be I have no serious right decision. I could pick and even their runs that they scored on. I think those were for the most part the same formation and same action. AQ they put formation in the boundary and we ran weak counter, weak zone. So it's it worked, but you can play better.
Understandable. Last year, Sirianni beats the Saints down in New Orleans. Everybody's calling for his job the next day. Mm-hmm. They get another win the next week. Everybody's calling for his job the next day. They get another win the next week. Everybody's calling for his job the next day.
Yep.
That offense coordinator is like, oh, now it's me because you won a Super Bowl. And with that being said, feels like everybody feels the same way about this offense coordinator. Maybe this offense coordinator looks in the mirror like Dan Campbell did after that first game, whenever the reporter says to him, couldn't in theory you have run last year's offense and had success? It looked nothing like last year. What do you mean, man? And you get no motions, no shifts, no. It was just boring. It was lame.
Sucked.
It was terrible, basically, is what this reporter says. And he goes, go see what we did on the road. Dan, gets kind of offended. Then you just talked about their offense this week. Shifts, motions everywhere. Dan clearly on the board.
Yeah.
This is our shit.
Yeah. A lot of shifts, a lot of motions, okay?
Need it. Fuck this guy. Yeah. Whoever the reporter was. You could do that if you're the OC, right? In theory. Could change the way he goes about calling plays, designing plays.
Yeah, it's still early. We're in week 2, and you're winning games. And to Dan's point, making the right decision. That's what it comes down to playing quarterback. That's what Jalen Hurts has done. I think this is, 16 straight games where he started, including the playoffs where he started and won. So if you're making the right decision, you got, 130 yards passing or 80 yards passing or whatever it is, talking shit to Chris Jones or Chris Jones talking shit to him. That's all. If you're down in victory formation at the end of the game, nobody cares what. Well, Jalen Hurts doesn't care what the stat sheet, because there are some quarterbacks who they come into their locker room after the game and they only have 190 yards passing. They don't feel great. They want to be the reason why and the reason that team is where they are. Jalen Hurts, that's not hasn't been his motive since coming into the league, and I'm sure Eagles fans are fine with that. But fantasy. Betters, people want to see points. A lot of people
want to see A.J. Brown doing difference.
Yeah. I drafted A.J. Brown in the second round. Why is he scoring?
I got Big Batman. You got to run 5 yards, okay? Send the cape down the goddamn field a couple of times here. Yeah, I understand.
Find out the modern day Belichick and Brady. Because Brady,
don't care.
He will hand it off 47 times. We were part of it. What was it? Garrett Blunt. Yeah. Jonah Gray, it didn't matter.
Still running.
Boom. Yeah, still running.
Like Garrett Blunt is still running. I actually see him from the sideline watching him just run from my right chin, shoulder to shoulder. From right chin, shoulder to shoulder, all the way to left chin, shoulder. It was chin, shoulder to shoulder. Like Garrett Blunt. A couple times. Maybe the other way too.
Yeah, Geezy was a good dude. There was a stat a week or two ago that Brady is second or third all time with wins when he's thrown for less than 150 yards or something.
I believe.
It's
not. Aaron's probably close. Aaron's probably close too. Aaron Rodgers will hand that thing off.
Oh yeah,
no problem at all. Every time his MVP conversation started, a couple years back, people were like, "Look at his stats. Look at his stats. Look at his stats." It's like, did they win the game or they did win the game? That's all he cares about. If the right call here is running the ball. Tom Brady, same thing. Now Peyton. I believe the best option is through the sky.
We're not going to win if I don't throw for 500 today.
Now, on that note, Super Bowl, you got Joseph Adai, Dahn Rhodes going crazy in there. And Peyton continued to, let's go ahead and do this. And it opens up to Reggie.
Both Super Bowls.
Yeah. And
Broncos
Joseph,
too.
Definitely. That's,
When he won his Super Bowl with the Broncos, he had 143 passing yards and 2 picks.
Yeah, I think.
Who was the back? Who was the running back?
Sean Marino.
Is that Sean? Yeah.
I think, personally, the quarterbacks that are very good understand, hey, this run game is only better for me, brother. This is because now everything is here and we're getting ones on the outside, which leads to AQ's questions. Because they thought we were a question. We thought there was going to be a ground and pound kind of resurgence in this all. And stats aren't saying that's the case, AQ.
No, we talked about it earlier, Dan. We saw that run game is down this year. And the question that I have for you, are you seeing anything specific on tape, or is it a combination of things that you see from defenses?
Yes, yes. Dang it. I'm in a tough spot right now, AQ, because I like to figure stuff out and hold it. So I would tell you this. I think that there's a trend going on.
Shut up.
You're a loser.
Yeah.
I think, listen,
people didn't see you because the stat was on the full screen. Dan had on this back screen. Yeah. As AQ was saying that, he had a full. It looked like daughter. My daughter did one of these.
I want to say this first.
Yes, that's my win. That's our wins. That's the competitiveness. So let me answer it, okay? I think I would tell you, I think some of the things that are attached to the run game being down are I don't think that we have a ton of backs right now with great vision in the league. I think that there's backs that are missing holes at times. And I don't know if this is because gun run track is different than under center run track, and the way that back sees it, the spacing and timing behind some offensive linemen. I think some of the teams that we've seen be very successful over the past couple years in the NFL are dealing with that right now, with just a lack of kind of that necessary vision from their backs. So that's part of it. I also think, and I sent a tweet out, AQ, the other day, is like, there's a lot of commonalities between the offenses that are performing well and a lot of commonalities between the offenses that are struggling. I think one of the things that is a standout in the NFL through 2 weeks, and I'm getting ahead of it right now.
Getting ahead of it.
Because I don't want anyone else to think of it.
Too late, you're behind.
Please, what are you thinking? No. AQ's got his multiples. What is yours? Shout out to Dr. Pepper, by the way, the official drink of Thunder.
Love you, Doc.
Yeah. Listen, we've talked about for a couple years now, quarterbacks underneath the center. I think that's a commonality between the offenses through 2 weeks that have played well. I think the offenses that are being aggressive on first down and play action, not just drop back, play action. Those are the offenses that are performing well. And I think the teams that are willing to play with two or more tight ends on the field on early downs are the teams offensively that are performing well.
Way to go. Way to get ahead of that one. That one's yours. That's Dan Orlovsky. TM. I need 12 personnel, says Dano here in 2025. I need at least
12 or more.
I need at least 2 tight ends on the field for this. I need people going to center. Rich Rodriguez heard you loud and clear. I don't know if he stole it from you, but I am appreciative that you thought of that ahead of time. I can't wait to see your full report on that. You're the man, Dano. Oh, we end eating, of course.
Yeah,
go ahead and get you. You've earned that snack, I think.
Well, that's why you're always farting on TV, huh?
Yeah, just can't stop feeding the gullet, so that means it's coming out of the ass at some point. Go ahead and get the microphone there. Great work on Monday night. No farts. Also thought you did a great job. I didn't stay up for it, but I heard it was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky. Heard the highlights. Dan was great.
He was awesome.
He was great. And he also doubled down on Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. Yeah.
He's got Cena.
That really stole the show, I'll be honest. I don't remember much from their calling of the game other than Fowler calling John Cena John Cena.
And what he said, John Cena takes on Brock Lesnar this weekend?
Yeah, big main event at WrestlePalooza next Saturday is John Cena takes I mean, it was an all-timer.
He had Fowler so locked in on everything. He had to know.
He tripled down on it, said it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, maybe he's one of those guys not happy, WWE.
Could be. Yeah, and Riddick did this thing, too. He kept doing. That was just.
With that being said, this weekend, WrestlePalooza, ESPN, John Cena, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's about to be a huge night. We can't wait to watch it here in Indianapolis. We'll see you on the other side.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
Dan. Another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
What do you mean? It's unbelievable.
Your butt was just talking. Okay,
I did not fart.
Dan, this is 2 times now, Dan. This is the Orlovsky thing.
You guys be serious right now, or are you messing with me?
Dan, listen to this clip. This is you just moments ago.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's undeniable.
I mean, undeniable.
You guys definitely just freaking idiots.
We swear.
You guys 1,000%.
No, we swear. We swear.
No way.
So no one did that, Dan.
What did you eat?
I haven't even ate two guys.
Hey, if I were you right now, I'd go grab some good one.
My wife texted me. She said, "Oh my gosh, McAfee Show, I'm dead." I go, "Babe, I promise you on everything, I did not fart."
Who runs your Twitter account?
AB.
I do.
What's this all about? I would like to know, in that situation where your butthole started talking, what did I do?
I'm here to be serious with you, man.
What are you, chucking a glass of milk, eating some fruit over there, get you some coffee, get that butthole a little bit more active?
I haven't ate. I'm eating yogurt. I have 1,000 text messages right now of people going, "Oh my gosh." I'm like, I just wanted to have like a quiet Tuesday.
I don't even know why we're going to have another hour. Maybe run that clip.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
On loop.
We have the video. Shams, let's let you judge here.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
I need to hear the context. I want to give our guy...
Oh, Shams, shut up! He said it sounded like a fart.
What did AJ vote?
It's a fart all day long, Kirk. You know that.
Has anybody voted no?
Dan.
I'll be the captain of Team No today.
We need you to do a tie-breaking vote. Is that okay?
Sounds good to me.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
There's no doubt. I mean, I like how he just kept on going right there.
When he was talking, he didn't even break stride as that thing came out. He went and got the buggy, went to the store, grabbed some dude wipes to wipe those ass cheeks, just like I assume you do as well, Cabal.
You have to go dry, wet, dry. Toilet paper, white toilet paper. If not, you're really risking the rest of the day having the swamp ass. You know, Dan Orlovsky, man, he got to accept that, man. He got to wear that with a pride. One thing that really bothers me when people do not take credit for it. You know, if somebody says, oh, that was you that farted, I get upset when it wasn't me. I'm like, no, when have I ever not claimed it when it was mine? You should claim it.
But all those airports, people are traveling today, looking up at the ESPN. Dan Orlovsky farts. What's wrong with this guy?
The closed captioning person, whoever it is, they got it. I believe it said inaudible, muffled, and it said Dan farts, ! I think.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football is magical. We're incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about the Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. Yeah. Cannot wait to see everything DB, good D, bad D today. It is a great title to have or be bestowed upon yourself if you're on the all-everything good D.
Yeah.
But bad D is a bad vibe, brother.
Yes,
you don't want to see yourself on there. Last week it was 4 good Ds, 1 bad D. Mm-hmm. This week, same setup?
4 and 2. So add
2 bad Ds.
Because it was just, we'll see them. But they were, I think we all, if we watched Sunday football, red zone, anything, you definitely at least saw one of the bad.
Chicago.
Yeah, come on, Bears.
No.
The Bears.
No. 12-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion player coach Jackie Moonstyle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. AQ Shipley's here.
Hey, baby, AQ.
How you doing, AQ?
Fantastic.
A lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneer representation on this program. Okay.
Good team.
It is. They are a good team. Baker Mayfield's a dog.
Yes, he is.
But I'm just saying a lot of people that I know from the football world ended up down there in Tampa Bay. And if we would have been worse with our COVID, I'd be Super Bowl champion.
You'd have a Super Bowl
with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay? We'll get into that with BA someday. We were too good. I didn't have the antibodies.
Didn't have the antibodies.
Because I didn't have
thought you were coming.
Beat COVID. Kicker, punter for you guys. Suck up and pinion, right?
Yeah, and the long snapper. The whole operation was down.
Go down.
Damn.
Go down with COVID. They think it was a failed test. Goes down. In that world, or at that time, if you had the antibodies, tested for the antibodies means you already had COVID, you had the antibodies, which at that time I think a lot of people thought if you're vaccinated and you have the antibodies, you won't be able to get. Well, a lot of people thought if you're just vaccinated, but the antibodies too are there. So the NFL's rules were, I think it was like 7 days you had to be in a hotel if you didn't have the antibodies and you were coming down there before you could join the team. And no team had a kicker and a punter on their practice squad who had already passed through the COVID protocols. But if you had the antibodies, I think it was only like 2 days or something like that.
Yes.
2.5 days or something. So you guys, kicker and punter goes down. I'm already retired. Mm-hmm. I get a call. Hey, do you have the antibodies? We might need you to kick and punt this weekend. I was retired. Never kicked in the NFL. Pretty good kicker. Not the greatest, but pretty good kicker. And hadn't punted in a while. But if I got the antibodies, I'm joining Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me go get a test.
Sign me up.
Let me go get a test right now. I remember, I think it was blood.
It was, yeah. Finger prick.
I had to prick my finger. Couldn't get blood out of my finger for a while, which may be more alarming than any of the other discoveries.
You did like 8 of the tests.
Yeah, exactly, through the whole thing. Put it down there. Now we wait. Am I going to be teammate of Tom Brady or not? And then it comes back, no antibodies. So I didn't have COVID yet?
I think they didn't punt that game.
Yeah.
I thought you guys
I think they both got back,
Yeah,
too.
they both cleared protocols.
Yeah.
So you would have been able to just stand on the sideline in some sweet gear.
I would have got sweet Tampa Bay Buccaneer gear.
And a ring.
And knowing everybody. I would have been a part of the boat, the whole thing.
That
But
would've been awesome.
We did COVID too good.
Yeah.
People won't
Good
talk
job.
about it.
Nobody will talk about that.
Not enough.
That was late in the season.
It was unseasonably cold. I think that's why it was a little tougher for the blood to come out because, you're a little bit cold.
It was unseasonably cold.
It was.
That was a long time into the COVID.
It was.
It's a long time ago, it feels like.
Oh, but it's not.
It's
we
not.
need to remember it, as we go forward. Let's go to Hammer, Dahn, AP Tone's over there. Tone, I do remember taking 8 of those tests just hoping that one of them would tell me I had the antibodies. All of them came back negative. Week 2, gambling. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. Anything you're looking at for Hammer, Dahn today that we maybe need to keep an eye on whenever it comes to the gambling world?
Yeah, I'll never forget you sitting at that picnic table taking like 8 tests trying to get blood out all time. Just absolute all time.
What about you? I'm about to be teammates. Tom Brady, boys. Okay, I know we got a little thing going on here. Show's going to have to wait about 7 days. So I got to go do something I've never done before in the NFL for a team after I've been retired, and also go punt and to be Tom Brady's teammate. Instead, too good. They both come back. I would have had to do nothing. But congrats to you guys winning that Super Bowl. Happy for you. I would let you know as you were doing it all. I was super happy for you. I was very pumped about it. I was very, very pumped for you. Always will be. Beautiful ring you got.
I was hoping you were coming down. We were talking that whole week.
Dude, there were so many. It was so positive. Everything was so positive, except for the antibodies test.
But to your point originally.
Negative. Go ahead.
I think the story this week is literally the backup quarterbacks. We could have potentially 5 backup quarterbacks playing. So, you got to kind of look at those games. There's 2 of them in one game. The Vikings and the Bengals play each other this week, and you got to look and see like which ones you trust and which ones you don't, and kind of try to find an edge in that situation. I mean, both of those quarterbacks have played a ton. Those backup quarterbacks, Bengals and Vikings in that game, have played a ton. And like Mariota and the Raiders, like what's going to happen there if that's the situation? I would take a look at the backup quarterbacks this week and see if you can find any edges there.
Okay, I like that. Sportsbooks don't really know what's coming with the backup quarterbacks. Joining us now is a man who's alive and an addict in Ohio. He's a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. Hawker.
Yeah, Hawker.
Good to see you, Hawker.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us today. I know you have busy schedules, so making time for us is good news. 5 backup quarterbacks already getting playing time, getting some rub. How do you feel about that? That seems like it might be a long year if we're already this early into this trend.
Yeah, it does seem early, but don't we talk about this every year? We think, hey, if you don't have a good veteran backup QB or a guy that you feel like is an up-and-comer, like it's worth paying a dude to have somebody back there that can right the ship. If you need a guy 3, 4, 5, 6 games or something, it's a huge deal, I think. Honestly, I think Jake Browning, I think the guy's pretty legit. People sleep on him a little bit. He's not Joe Burrow, but nobody else is. So I think the Bengals might be all right.
I think Jake Browning has proven that he can be all right. He's got a lot of moxie, obviously a lot of athleticism. We respect the hell out of him. Has got a chance to play in the past, so he understands the moment and what he's stepping into. You talk about having a good backup and a veteran backup. Whenever we were with the Colts, when they drafted Andrew Luck, they brought in Matt Hasselbeck. Matt Hasselbeck was a starter for the Tennessee Titans before that. He talked about how he had to come to the realization, like, I'm at the backup quarterback stage of my career. I'm going to go in there and be a veteran. I'm going to try to be everything that I would have wanted in a backup quarterback when I'm in there. And we had to rely on Matt Hasselbeck a lot as Andrew Luck was getting injured. Now you're talking about a lot of places paying backups a little bit more money. And we go to Atlanta. Michael Penix is going to be the starter. You guys trading Kirk? You got to trade Kirk Cousins. Like, we're not. I mean, if we get the right offer, maybe. They never said they were fielding offers, but I assume if the right offer came, they would have certainly said yes. But on a side note, they're like, we're okay with having Kirk Cousins as our backup quarterback as well down there in Atlanta. It is something you need, especially this year, it looks like.
It's huge, not only for when the guy actually has to go in and play, which is obviously most important, but even throughout the week when you're getting the defense ready to play. Like that I'm going against Matt every week. That made me much better going into the week. We're playing, Peyton Manning on Sunday Night Football, and I got Matt Hasselbeck and Griff Whalen in the slot being Wes Welker like that. That's a great look, Monday through Thursday, whatever the practice up until Friday. So getting that defense ready to play, them been in the building. So, yeah, you got to have, like, I'm sure the Niners right now. They got having Mac Jones in the building, making that signing. Like, that's huge for however long he has to play. Just a guy that can just be 500. Just keep this ship afloat until your big money quarterback comes back.
And even thinking about that with Minnesota, I bet they're thinking the same thing with Carson Wentz. Like, Carson Wentz at one point was playing MVP football, and so far, from what we've seen, every quarterback that has gone to Minnesota,
except for JJ,
well, yeah, with prior experience though,
for 7 quarters,
yeah, under KOC, they've played well. So like Carson Wentz, 32,
why not?
He goes out, plays well. He could get a couple gap years, if you will, for some of these young quarterbacks coming in.
Ari Mirov's stat, in fact, of the internet, which is something no QB in the NFL history has ever done, and that would be start for 6 teams over 6 seasons. What, Ty?
Wow.
I mean, yeah, we can do this with Carson Wentz if we want. I'm done. Okay.
What? What do you mean?
I wish no ill will.
Just
I hope he plays well on Sunday. I really do. But
Is this because he's in the NFC North? It's not.
Because let's not do the, hey, we could be looking at Carson Wentz, throwing 8 touchdowns over the next few weeks. He might get $100 million or somebody next year to play quarterback. No, he's fucking not, okay? No, he's not. It's not happening. So we can just end that right here. And this is no slight to KOC because obviously everyone who goes in there is great. But we'll see if KOC can coach out the urge to just, fuck it, I'm going to throw as far as I can. And there's 8 guys down there on the defense, but I'm going to throw it as far as I can. I might throw a 90-yard touchdown right here, be the number 1 play on SportsCenter top 10. I'm done with it. And on the same token, I cannot wait to watch on Sunday. And that's kind of the Carson Wentz experience.
That is right there.
Yeah.
That is all of it right there. We lived it, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, we lived it over here. I was so excited. Once I met him, he walked into our office downtown.
So big.
Gigantic human being. He's so big. And then you see him move. He's so athletic. And then you hear the way he talks. Just loves ball,
Great
man.
guy.
Just loves ball. Just wants to do his thing. And then you watch him play, and it's like, how have his parents survived watching their boy play? The cardiacness of me. He's not relation. I just met this guy. Okay, I know. I'm watching him play football, and every play, it's like, okay. Oh, yes, that's my guy. Or, why did you shot put the ball with your left hand in your own end zone in the 4th quarter against a division rival that you have to win into the sky for the shortest pick 6 in the history of football? Okay? I think that is an actual stat.
Yes, it is.
And then the next play, they kick off. Sorry, extra point kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Then they kick off, touchback. Then we get the ball back. Carson Wentz wiggling, moving, takes ball, balances with it on the ground. On the ground, balances with it. Stands up, sees triple coverage, Michael Pittman. Give me that.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman. Through the 3 dudes, catches it, comes out. It's like,
Yeah.
What a play. That is the Carson Wentz experience that I remember.
Yeah.
And then you can add on Aaron Donald in the Rams, where he thought he was going to break free from Aaron Donald, grabbing him, and then him trying to shimmy out of Aaron Donald.
Get off me.
Get both feet, sprained both his ankles on one play. I don't know.
The GOAT.
If anybody's ever done that.
It's the risk reward. The risk reward, man. He's all about it.
Loves ball.
He does.
And that's why, I think Ty knew that I was going to get into this, which is why he did that entire thing. If KOC can get all the good, and you're talking about with that Minnesota fan base and the whole thing, you're talking about electrifying. Justin Jefferson's the guy down there now?
Yeah, real worried about him.
In the middle of when's Addison coming back?
After this week, so 3 weeks. This is last
for
game.
Ireland, he'll be back for Ireland versus Steelers, of course.
But he can't.
Oh, think about Carson in Ireland. Carson's playing in Ireland, the country of Ireland.
Yeah, they're going to win by 30.
Oh, my God. International Carson Wentz experience?
2 weeks.
He's
Ireland and then London the next week.
He's going on a Europe tour. He's got a European leg of the Carson Wentz experience.
Talking about growing the game, people are going to see him play for the first time and be like, this is what I'm talking about, lad.
Why is the sport not more like this one here? Now, granted, we have no idea what he's going to look like this year. Okay, KOC, people look different in that offense. They look better. They look good. They look their best. I get it. I understand that. But if KOC would maybe let Carson cook a little bit, and let a little bit of that experience out. It's good for the game globally. Just talked about it. But also, there's a chance with that offense, with the amount of weapons they have, a lot of people getting open. There's a chance that he goes for 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over the next
One game.
couple weeks.
One game.
Okay, one game over there. And there's a chance
Why
this
not?
goes horrendously. Okay, there is both sides of the coin here.
Yeah.
But with what JJ started in that 1/4 quarter, I think every Minnesota Vikings fan is understanding, like Carson, we just need to kind of get through the game. Just take the snap, kind of do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Carson ever has heard that in his entire life of playing football, but I think they're very excited to kind of see what this team can become. And it's just like a little bit of adversity, kind of stumbling out of the gates here, the J.J. McCarthy era. And then you get the Carson Wentz experience thrown right in from the side. This could be exhilarating for this Vikings team. This could be exactly what the doctor ordered for this Minnesota Vikings team.
There's a chance he can play so well in Ireland and England that after he plays there, London does decide, you know what, it's time. Let's build an NFL stadium. And we want Carson Wentz to be the franchise quarterback of the London Big Ben Towers or Clock Tower or whatever team they're going to end up putting there.
Carson might become a knight, Dan, in this whole thing.
Boom. Good.
I mean, we honestly
Sir
don't
Carl.
know what we're about to see out there.
Aaron Jones is out.
Yeah, also
Jones too.
Just a drop out of the clouds there. Hey,
I mean, he lost his running back. He doesn't have one of his receivers. This isn't exactly what you want for your first start.
This is a CWE.
It can't look much worse than J.J. McCarthy.
Not even great.
Outside of
I
that
agree.
fourth quarter. It was
7 quarters.
been rough.
NFC Player of the Week. Offensive Player of the Week. Week
Son
one.
of a bitch.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is an AFC Defensive Player of the Week 72 times throughout his career.
Yep.
This guy was once a Walter Payton Man of the Year. He's been an MVP 4 different times.
Wow.
This guy is hockey sticks for golf clubs because he's abnormally tall. He's very strong, explosive, and he owns 2 soccer teams. Ladies and gentlemen, a future first ballot Hall of Famer in the NFL, J.J. Watt.
Yay, J.J.
In the morning, we drink coffee. In the afternoon, it's rum. And then we play soccer and we win everyone. We're Espanol. Espanol. Woo! Oh, looky, another fucking goal. Okay, I like it. I like what we're doing here.
They're gonna sing that. They're gonna sing that this week. No question about it.
Okay.
What a song.
I don't know if their English is great, but we're number 3 in La Liga. Let's go, dude. Let's go, JJ.
Never stop.
Wild match this week. Wild match. Had it all. Red cards, penalties, just crazy. But yeah, we pulled out the win in the cauldron of chaos. Sitting in third. We got Real Madrid this Saturday.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I love that. Should we be dancing with Real Madrid and Barcelona at this stage, or do we need to still maybe sharpen the iron before we run into the top of the table? Or do we feel like we are the top of the table right now?
I mean, you got to play them all twice anyway, brother. Let's do it. Let's rumble.
Are you guys the team that's getting scrappy and getting the red cards, or are you guys the other team doing that?
This wasn't even scrappy. It was a word to the official.
Word up.
Don't know if it was worthy of a red card. Little questionable, but they knew.
What words give you red cards? Is there a rule? Like, is it in a rule book somewhere?
They write them out?
You know, that's a question that I honestly don't know the answer to.
Well, this should
Good
be
question,
this
AJ.
is you protesting the red card, because if it's not listed out, how are we ever supposed to know? Because the line is only considered a line depending upon who judges what the line is. That's always like the fighting press conferences where, like, cross the line. The person's like, says who? They can cross the line with me. I want to the line where it's supposed to be. You ask CJ, GJ what the line is, and then you ask some other people what the line is. Going to have different lines. So they should have that in the rule book. I think Espanol has got a case here.
Some people don't have
Yeah, we
lines.
came back. Don't worry. We got resilience. We got heart. We got desire. We got grit. And we got a whole lot of Pericos going crazy in the stands.
What word do you think it was, though, if you had to guess? That's a good question, right, AJ? If we had JJ just try to guess and maybe say these words right now.
Should I say them all? Should I see what gets you banned off of ESPN? Or
don't worry.
Well, you'll get muted on here. The digital one, TikTok probably kick us off pretty quick if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. They drop us every day somehow. I don't know. We're appreciative. Shout out to the new ownership.
Shout out.
It's not getting banned, but they'll drop us quickly. YouTube, I've heard others get dropped pretty quickly. I don't think it's really happened to us, although we have been buried a couple different times for unknown reasons. Yeah, unknown reasons. You kind of just kind of disappear, but that didn't happen. But it definitely did, though. No, it didn't. Okay, we keep it moving forward. We're very appreciative of all of them. I'm excited to hear what the word is once you finally say it.
No.
Do you know it?
Mm-mm.
He definitely knows it.
He knows what.
Yeah. No, I know it. I'm not going
to. What's it rhyme with? Can you say what it rhymes with, maybe?
Was it one of the robot ones?
No, he's one of our. He was the guy's playing the lights out. It's pretty awesome, but no, he got himself a red card. Not ideal. We came back. Nobody.
What was he saying? Talking about the ref, the atmosphere, somebody on the other team,
Someone's family member on the other team.
Yeah, maybe
the officiating. No, the officiating.
Oh, he said the officiating was absolutely.
It wasn't to his liking. It wasn't to his liking.
He got a red card for
saying
that?
it's not to his liking. Probably in Spanish, it sounds.
There's ways you can say it.
It does happen in La Liga more than any other league because it did happen at the game I was at in Mallorca. There was a red card for the same thing.
Oh, the refs aren't taking any sass
they're not taking
around
any
here.
guff out
Do
there.
we have a picture of the ref?
Yeah, the refs aren't taking any gruff, are they?
No gruff. at
No
all.
gruff from those La Liga refs.
Yeah. It sounds like the La Liga refs stink, and the fact that it's 1:20 on a Wednesday and we're talking about soccer fucking sucks, dude. Can we just talk about football?
All right, let's do football. Espanol, though, they're top 3 in the chart. He said, he says to the referee, "You're awful." AJ, or JJ, why wouldn't you say that? What's the deal?
I mean, I think there was
That was auto-translated.
I don't know if that translates directly.
Oh, there was a slur maybe mixed in.
No. All right, let's go to football.
Espanol boys are mixing in a little sauce with their
Espanolo.
Is that what's going on?
Third in the table. Just put the table back up. See where we're at. Actually tied for second with Barcelona.
You have to love that your guys are going after the refs, though. I know that is something that you love. And
absolutely.
Yeah, we're not promoting it, obviously. Not promoting it, but these refs need to get it right.
Post-retirement. Still kept doing it.
Shit.
Yeah, refs need to get it right. You're very important. You get paid. You're a professional. We appreciate you doing what you're doing, but also get it right. Okay, let's talk a little football. You got a chance to call game this past weekend. How'd it go? How'd you feel? Saw you sitting down. That was clever. That was cheeky.
See, this is what's funny. Even my wife thought I was sitting down. I was kneeling because we were trying to make it a bit. Like we were doing it one time. We said one time we'll play into it and then we're done for the year.
So the national anthem's playing right now, and you said, you know what? Is that how we got to this? Is that what
I mean, you're just in it today. You're just in your bag. You're just in your bag. Digging deep.
I'm sorry. That was rude. You did not deserve that. But I did like that this was happening. I appreciated you guys both acknowledging it. How did it come together in the moment, or was this pre-rehearsed? And will you do this for the rest of the year to make your partner feel more comfortable in the booth?
No, so we saw the reactions week 1, which was completely unplanned on anything. We didn't know it was I didn't even know it was that big of a difference in our heights from week 1. But obviously the internet took it and ran with it. So then we said, all right, we have to acknowledge it in week 2 because of how big it was. So he's on 2 boxes there. I'm on my knees. And we said we'll let it die after week 2. So that was our shot at it, and now we're done.
Very active booth. Go ahead, AJ.
Jage, to pivot off of the booth there, Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, they seems like they got some real heat there. I don't know if you've seen any of these clips from people like in the stands. They're showing their little greeting after the game. Have you ever seen anything like this where offensive coordinator leaves, obviously in the division team rival? Like, it seems like these players are actually really upset, the Detroit players and coaches, at Ben Johnson. Do you think that's real?
Do we have the clip? Because I've seen like a couple little handshakes here.
It's not bad. I'm not saying they kill each other.
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying
didn't think it was that bad, right?
To me, Ben Johnson walking off the field and not going and seeing a lot of his Detroit players. I understand he lost the game, but you see Jared Goff comes over and finds it, but he doesn't. He knows everybody over there. I'm just thinking, I guess it's a loss. You're dejected. You want to get off the field, but he still knows a lot of these guys.
That's a great part of it. I think that part's better. The way that he handled Goff there and the way that he handled, some of the other guys. I'm with you. I do think that just like the human and you sees people that you just spent a few years with and some real, I think you give those hugs. And maybe he did it back. We don't know. Maybe he did it afterwards out of the locker room. He went to the family area and said hi to everybody. So I don't want to stand on that and say something. And then he comes out and is like, no, I saw every one of them. But seeing that on the field and just kind of knowing how you handle it after a game, I do think that there's clearly a little something there. I mean, he's pissed they lost. There's no doubt. And they didn't exactly lose in like a close game where it was down to the wire. They got it handed to him a little bit. So he's a competitor. He's frustrated, but that's a quick handshake. That the quarterback that you were in the room with for the past couple of years and the guy that worked hand in hand with, That's a very quick.
They definitely still talk. MCDC right here, just kick your ass, man. Got out of there. Now, we don't know what he said. I'll talk to you in the back, man. I'll talk to you later, man. Or, how's that feel, bitch? And then kind of walk out. There's a lot of different things that could be. And maybe he did say that final one, which is why Ben Johnson was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And was pouting off quick with the Jared Goff conversation. But also, I assume him and Jared still talk. I assume they still text with each other. I assume there was a plan. Some of the players came out saying they didn't like it. Jared Goff.
I mean, there's zero eye contact there. He literally doesn't turn his head.
Well, but they say Ben Johnson's one of the most intense guys around. And he's got their asses beat. I think everybody's like, stay out of the Ben Johnson storm. I think we all understand what's happening here. That might be the case. Or follow-up, they actually do hate this guy for going to the Chicago Bears. And isn't that kind of how the Ohio State-Michigan thing started?
What do you mean?
Didn't one coach go to Michigan from Ohio State or something like that and turn it into the big thing? Wasn't that like the history of
Woody
the
or
big,
something?
Woody wasn't. Woody didn't go over there. The coaches have. I mean, running back coaches over there now.
That's how it started, from what I remember. I think there was
some sort of flip, like kind of like Yankees, Red Sox, and Babe Ruth.
No, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he went from the Red Sox to the Yankees.
Woody Hayes and Bo Schembechler both coached at Miami of Ohio.
Okay.
So I think that may have been the origin story of their personal hatred with one another.
Did they? Yeah. So those two are the reason that made the Michigan-Ohio State game, right?
And then Woody goes to Ohio State.
I feel like this should be a class at Ohio State. I feel like, AJ, you should have some insight here.
I agree. So I'm just the fact that AJ did not have the answer there was a shocker to me.
There wasn't an answer. There wasn't. It's a big game because it's a big game, and Bo and Woody elevated the game to where it is right now. That's what it is.
Of course.
So Bo and Woody information would have been a great answer right there. But Bo and Woody, I think, worked together, and then they went their separate ways, and then it turned into massive.
Two good coaches coached two good teams for many years, and it was a great rivalry, and that's why it continues to be a great rivalry. So yes, thanks to Woody and Bo.
How many did? What was Bear Bryant's coaching tree? Bruce Arians said yesterday.
Wasn't
47 or 67?
Yeah, head coaches.
47 head coaches or something came through the Bear Bryant system down there in Alabama and everything like that. There's going to be beef amongst them, you know? And if Ben Johnson and MCDC and the Bears and the Lions have some sort of beef just because of this move here, I think we would all love that. Now, football fans would enjoy a Lions-Bears beef, I think.
So I will say after the game, Goff defended Ben Johnson because there were fuck Ben Johnson chants within the stadium, and Goff said, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Ben did a lot for us here, so I didn't like that they did that. So I personally watched this video and thought it was nothing. Ben Johnson just got his ass kicked, 50 burger on him, and I think he was trying to get the hell out of there. I know what fans are going to do and people are going to say, but yeah, I mean, I just thought nothing of this whole thing.
And if
Foxy, I'm trying to remember. Was there, am I misremembering? Was there something that went down? Like he was the number one candidate, didn't he? A year before, or with the Commanders or something, spurn them and stay with the Lions?
Yes, he essentially stayed an extra year from what we all thought. They gave him a little bit more money, and they were like, hey, we're going all in. We're going to try to win a Super Bowl. And we all knew he was leaving after last season, but it was because he went to the Bears that fans were not happy. I don't know about the players. Brian Branch was kind of mad after the game about it all, but from my perspective, the handshakes were pretty much nothing.
I thought so too, but you said he spurned the Commanders, went back to Detroit. That's what Lions fans are saying, though. Yeah, you could have won anywhere, and you chose to go to NFC North. You decided to stay in the NFC North. That's what the fans are saying.
Didn't he get like $13 million or something from him?
Oh yeah,
they don't give a shit.
That doesn't matter, JJ. Remember,
but that's like saying a player. So a player can never ever go within your division if that's where.
Dude, the Patriots fans. Tom Brady went down to Tampa. Do you remember?
Oh, did he?
Okay, Jage, listen. Now's not the
shocking
time.
To me.
I'm trying to make a good point.
Weren't you going to go to Tampa, from what I heard?
That was so close. If I would have just sucked face with somebody that
had antibodies, man.
If I would have just looked at somebody that had COVID. Yeah. But whenever Tom went down to Tampa, I mean, there was like two teams. It was like Belichick or Tom. And everybody just joined Belichick. And look at all the things that Tom did for New England. And it was like, we don't want him.
Not everyone. I think you worked with one. But I think it was very much 50-50.
At the beginning.
At the beginning, it was very much like a line in the sand. And then once Bill started to lose after Mac Jones' rookie year, that's when it really became like, you know what? Never mind. We love Tom.
No, I'm saying though, but we're still in the beginning stages. We're at week 2 of Ben Johnson being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there is like
how mad would Bears fans be if he was all lovey-dovey, dapping every single player up, and you just got 52 points scored on
True.
him?
Yeah,
You
Ben's
can't
thinking
do
I
that.
can't be setting the tone here for all of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, and imagine too if if the Lions' offense just like sputters a couple more times here in the first quarter of the season, they'll probably change their tune too and be like, never mind, Ben Johnson's awesome. Orlovsky sucks without him.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see if the Lions are still the brand new Lions after 1 week of dominance. And Ben Johnson and the Lions hating each other. Good for ball, but I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's a real thing. I hope
keep drumming it up like it is a real thing.
Yeah, it is fun.
Oh, that's a Lions fan saying it is fun, and that's a Packers fan saying it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean,
we don't have enough of it in the league anymore. There's a lot less of that.
I agree.
Like, legitimate anger, and so even if it's not real, I agree. It is fun to consider it because the old days there was that real hate.
How do you feel about the Vikings?
In what capacity?
Carson Wentz, brother. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the man.
I heard the Ireland talk. I mean, it fits, right? He's gonna be walking around town. People are gonna be like, "Yeah, just another guy. Like, he's one of us."
No, he's 6'6". He's walking. They're gonna say this is a super version of us walking around here.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the side that we are going to be on. The Carson Wentz experience definitely successful with the Minnesota Vikings because KOC is getting a veteran quarterback, and that seems to be the MO. Or maybe JJ McCarthy wasn't playing great because the whole offense wasn't playing great. Is that possible? A situation?
I mean, I agree with AQ and the fact that he's stepping into a tough situation without Aaron Jones, without Jordan Addison. It's not exactly what you're ideally drawn up, but KOC's a great coach. Like you said, Carson's a competitor. I'm interested to see what he looks like. I haven't seen him in a few years, right? So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he's out there. You never know. Those guys get a second, third chance, and all of a sudden.
You ever sprain both ankles of a quarterback before in one play?
No, but I did. When you said that, it's triggered something in my head. I had a teammate who tore both quads on the same play.
Oh my gosh.
God.
That would suck so bad. Oh my.
Think about that.
I don't want to.
How does that? How?
Jumping into a ring, maybe? I don't know.
Diving
into a ring head first.
It was the worst.
Well, something happened in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So there was a full situation.
Happened.
Yeah. All right, let's move along. Excited for the Carson Wentz experience. Also, this Tom Brady as an owner thing has certainly drawn some conversations that I assume you have dove into. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, I would assume you have a unique perspective. I asked you about Travis Hunter a couple weeks ago, which I have some different thoughts on that because of your perspective. And now being a team owner, obviously in a different sport, and been in the booth, how do you feel about Tom Brady's, I guess, conflict of interest now? That it was a big story last week when he was in the Vegas booth. What's your thoughts on that as an announcer and as an owner?
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation because people think that you have all this inside access, which they've kind of stripped most of it away. Obviously, the one thing he is able to do is attend Zoom production meetings. So then you think, okay, well, he has inside information from these Zoom production meetings. Truth of the matter is the team can choose to give you as much or as little information as they want to give you in those meetings. And now, yes, his crew and his other people on the broadcast team can go to practice. And if they wanted to, they could share things with him from practice. That is legit. That's their ethical decision between them if they do that or not. But in the actual production meetings, I mean, I've faced it myself. I mean, you've got this week I'm calling the Steelers Patriots. Week 1 I called the Jets Steelers. I think that there might be a little more guardedness there, knowing that my brother's on the team. Not that I'm going to tell him anything. Not that I'm going to give away anything, but different weeks and different teams are definitely giving you different information depending on what's there.
Yeah, definitely not telling J.J. Watt shit about what T.J. Watt is going to be facing, especially when we see them shirtless on golf courses training all offseason.
Exactly.
And we see their kids all hanging out. Of course, you're not going to give them a heads up. Hey, who's starting at center for you guys? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, I'm sorry. Wouldn't your brother like to know? So you get his entire. So I could see how that would happen to you on a very regular basis, actually. 2 Steelers games first 3 weeks. How do you feel about that? And also, how do you feel about the game, Steelers-Patriots?
I like it. I mean, obviously, I look forward to being able to watch my brother because it was really interesting this past week. I didn't get to see a single snap at the game. Obviously, I'm calling my game, so it is nice. But I enjoy it. I think it's going to be a good matchup. The Patriots played well last week against the Dolphins. A little bit of a back and forth, wild one. The Steelers obviously weren't able to keep the success going from week one, so this should be a good matchup here, which I'm looking forward to. But I do enjoy it. I do try to be extremely non-committal on either side when I'm calling his games because I know exactly what people think and how it looks. So I hope the Patriot fans find it the same as Jets fans did in week one, that I'm calling it straight down the middle and just giving my honest thoughts.
Journalistic ethics.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I respect that.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I saw Dan Orlovsky earlier today. He kept it in the bag, and then he let out that big reveal that teams are running under center and having success. I mean, we had a full conversation about it on our game because the Rams have had a lot of success under center. So thankfully, you retroactively told me that a week ago, so I could look like a genius.
So that's not even Dano's either. Oh no, Dano. Need a new one, Dano. Throw it out. Can't win with it. Let's follow up with more about the Steelers. We head over to Hammer. Dahn. With AP Tone.
Yeah, JJ, I'm not sure if you saw. You know where else teams are having success running? Away from fucking TJ. 6 yards a carry going away from TJ. 2.5 going towards him. And if I see them get gashed one more fucking time away from him, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh, they were also supposed to move him around the line of scrimmage. Nope, he's been over at his normal position every fucking snap. What's going on, JJ?
Okay.
All right, Brian Kelly, calm down.
Oh!
I saw Dan put this out, and I was honestly glad he put it out because I didn't want to be the one to bring it up on game day and have people say, "Oh yeah, of course you're going to bring that stat up. It's your brother." This has been happening. This is a very legit. And if you turn on the tape, it is extremely evident to see what's happening. The ball is running away from him almost every single time, and they're having significantly more success over that way as opposed to when they run towards him. So it's an issue, and it's something that you have to recognize and you have to try and combat, whether it's shifting fronts, moving guys, stunting. The initial answer you want to say is, well, yeah, in the run game, flip him to the other side. Well, offenses have alerts. They have checks. They'll just flip the play to the other side. That's kind of how it goes. So you do have to just also be better. And their run defense in general, whether it's left or right, just in general needs to get better. They know that. They've talked about it. And it doesn't help when you've got guys down, Derek Harmon, Loudermilk. So they need to stop that run quickly. But, yeah, these are the type of charts you see every week.
Okay, so is it because TJ's such a good run stopper that they don't want to run towards him? And also, by the way, I don't think that gets talked about a lot with guys that get to the quarterback a lot. So this seems like a massive compliment to your brother and his ability to play all three downs, brother, all 4 downs if needed. But what is it? Is it scheme? Is it strategy? Is it humans? What is kind of the way you answer this? And also on Tone's follow-up question, there was a conversation about him playing different positions, and we know checks, but is that still a thing? Did he prepare for that? And what are your thoughts on what that would add to a Steelers defense?
Yeah, I mean, for your first question, if you're having success doing something, you're seeing other teams have success doing something, why would you go the other direction? Like, if you're having all those long green lines run to the left, well, I'd probably keep doing that until it wasn't successful. And then there is the fact that he is extremely good against the run. It's something that he's done very well. It's something he prides himself on. So you can watch it on the film. It's standing guys up at the line of scrimmage. It's setting an edge, and it's turning the ball back inside, or it's making the TFL himself. And then when it comes to moving around in either the run or the pass game, it's one of those things that is a little bit comfortability. It's scheme, first of all. It's also comfortability. He's been rushing in one spot his entire career, so it's old dog, new tricks. It can be hard to get a guy to do that. But he actually, if you watch, has had a couple successful rushes on the right side so far this year. But they have to do something there. A lot of chips, a lot of double, triple teams. I mean, I think he's, if you look at the numbers, I think he's had literally 6 legitimate one-on-one pass rushes this year. That's it. So it's really, really tough.
Yeah, how'd that happen? What idiot let that take place? Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, with a game record like that, AQ, I want to ask you, when you are putting together, like, the run tape plan, because I know there are checks, but, like, how much easier is it when you know where a guy like 90 is going to be, even like pass pro? Because you see with Micah in Green Bay, he's all over the line. So JJ, when he played in Houston, he would move all over. So how much easier is that on the offensive game plan wise?
It's easy because you know exactly where he's going to be. He's going to be on the offense's right, so you can just kind of go left a lot of the times. But with JJ, you can put checks in, right? Like, we'll just keep both Watt brothers in here. When he was down in Houston, we would have, when he was lined up in a 3 technique versus a 5 technique, we would run, check it wherever he was at. So we could get the double team with the tray, tackle tight end, or if he was in the 3, we can get the deuce block, go counter the other way. So if he was in the 5 technique strong, we would run duo.
5 technique, please explain.
5 technique outside of the tackle, so in between tackle and tight end, so you get the double team there. So regardless of where he was at, we were putting a double team on him.
What if they're stemmed, AQ? What if they're stemming pre-snap, AQ, and he lines up in a 5 and drops to a 3 or whatever?
Yeah, so that's part of game planning, right? Like if a team doesn't show that in any weeks in the previous 4 or 5 weeks when you're doing your breakdown, then you know exactly what's going to happen. If they start doing that and playing chess during the game, then obviously you're going to have to adjust and then come up with your own game plan and adjust during the game. But, you know, with them, when he was down in Houston.
From your experience with old linemen, did you like – so there's 2 – in my mind, or at least what I've seen in my career, there's 2 philosophies. You either run at the best player and put a double on him, or you just say, hey, we're going to run away and try and not let him chase it down from the backside. Which did you prefer as an offensive lineman?
Liked running at the person because then you know exactly what's going to happen. And for you specifically, we'll just go back to you as the example. When you played in that 5 technique and we weren't checking and you were on the backside, you were so good at that backside swim and chase down the line and you made the play anyway. So it was like you kind of have to play that feast or famine game, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have 2 guys on their best player.
Yeah, the people. At what year did you become a check? And did you know you were a check? Like you just heard that from another team there. Just talk about when JJ was in. When he was at 3 technique, we got a AC Deucey here. And then when he's outside, we got a Trey Block out here. We got to do this. Like every snap though, it was like check 99. Where the hell is he? This is what we're doing. What year did that become? And are they saying that aloud? Like you're hearing them say that? You know what's taking place.
Yeah, so that was after 2012. So it was my first defensive player of the year. Next year, you came out and you started hearing all sorts of different things. And so the way that you try to combat that and what
turn down for what?
And what you guys are talking about with moving guys around, so we had our way to combat that. I would line up in that 5 technique, and me and whether it was Jared Crick on the other side, at the last second, we'd try and flip so that they couldn't switch the play. But they would literally then pause, check, and then run exactly the opposite way. And so you'd be trying to stay ahead of it. You'd be trying to bounce around. But these offenses, they know exactly what you're going to try and do to combat it. So that's why, like, it's not as simple as moving around. Yes, it makes a little more work for them during the week to have to plan for it, but they're really good too, man. They're smart on offense. Those guys know what they're doing.
To say exactly what you were just saying, if you're trying to do that and you get us maybe one time, then we just go to a double cadence to get you show your little stunt or your little flip, and then we'll just get you to show it. Okay, cool. Now we check the other way.
He got us that first time. We need to make sure that doesn't happen again. We need a double cadence here. And then guess what? We're going on 3. Then if he gets us, if he starts figuring out that we're going on 2, we'll go on 4. Okay, we need to figure out where the hell this guy is. What a compliment to you, JJ. Legit. That had to feel so cool. I mean, you got a player of the year, obviously. That's a huge compliment. But then whenever you're hearing entire professional football players, just entire game plan is revolving around what your abnormally large athletic ass is doing on every single play, that's a cool thing.
The other thing that's absolutely hilarious, and I remember it specifically with Aaron Donald later in my career, is because defensive linemen sub out, right? Like, O linemen play the whole game, but defensive linemen sub out. So literally, when I was coaching in 21, we wouldn't have any play actions called, and then over the mic you hear, he's out. And then BA goes with the chunk play with the play action.
And that's because Aaron's not on the field.
Bingo.
I assume that happened to you, JJ, on a regular basis. The big one's missing a play. Why? Who cares? Yeah. Let's go.
Throw it deep.
Go ahead, AJ.
That's why you play every play. That's like the Max Crosby thing. He plays every snap. Like, it's that competitor in you. You're like, if I go to the sideline, that could be the play that changes the game, or that could be the sack opportunity that I missed. So, yeah, it's a very real thing.
Go ahead, AJ.
Jage, speaking of great offenses, the San Francisco 49ers and Mac Jones at the helm, they're doing very well at his early start this season. What do you think? I think Conman has been talking about some internet rumors that possibly if Mac steps in and plays well, who knows, Purdy might just stay on the bench because we know how much Shanahan loves this Mac Jones character. What do you think of him? And you think he's just going to continue to get better and better as this year goes?
Schefter.
Where are those rumors?
Schefter told us those are not real rumors. We must clarify this. We were just doing personality profile on Shanahan, saying that he is certainly a guy that if he was to have success with Mac Jones, a guy he originally traded a lot of pieces for at the beginning, was to have massive amount of success. Nobody's safe. And that includes a guy that we love in Brock Purdy. But then Schefter said, that's not reality. That's not, I don't think that's reality at all or whatever. So then, so we're off of that rumor. But we certainly created that, and I think there was maybe 3 people that were saying it on the internet, JJ. If you would like full transparency.
We're at Wednesday of week 2 here, so you got to create something.
Week 3.
I feel like that's just.
Yeah, have a little respect.
Yeah.
It's week 3. Thank you. Please. We're
I mean, end of week 2, week 3, sure. Start of week 3, sure.
Hey,
I did see
spaceships don't come equipped with rear-view mirrors. They dip, brother. We're on to week 3. Okay, we are all eyes ahead. And I apologize for interrupting, but with that being said, Mac Jones looked very good. Yes. Shanahan wanted him originally at the number 3 overall pick. He's been through a lot. He looks damn good. They're just in a good spot now. They got 2 great quarterbacks, you think?
This is it. This is a fascinating part of being on the broadcast on the week. This is my first time seeing a few of these throws, and he is slicing and dicing out there. So he is having some success, it appears, and that's very nice to have an option like that behind your starting quarterback. And I'm sure the Vikings are hoping that they have a very similar situation in their locker room.
Carson Wentz and Mac Jones, similar styles.
Yeah.
Similar.
Kind of, yeah, you could say. In a way.
In what way? In what way?
Mac's like the pocket passer version of Carl Wentz.
Potentially.
And if you sack him, you got to be careful because he might grab your leg and twist it.
Yeah, and kick you.
He might kick you right in the nuts.
Right in the nuts. We don't know if he's doing that anymore. We do know that he had I don't know if it was an allergic reaction. Anytime he was sliding, his foot just found the nearest junk.
It was a phobia, not an allergic reaction. It was a phobia.
Oh, as soon as and maybe it was just, that when you're a kid and you go.
I was going around the NBA for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an epidemic every once in a while. When the kids go to the doctor and they have that hammer and they hit him in the knee and it kicks up. Mac Jones has this weird thing. He had it. I don't know if he got it fixed. Anytime his left hip ass cheek would hit ground, his right foot would just find dick. And it was a crazy thing. We'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
Doctors said he got it handled, though. So
it might have been his nuts.
Speaking of kicking, do the Indianapolis Colts hate punters? We said we'd get into it Wednesday. I mean, it seems like you guys hate the brand up there.
Now, to be clear, punters are cool with that. If we're not punting, that means we're winning. Rigoberto Sanchez, one of the best in the game, has been around for, I think this is his 9th season now. We love him here in Indy. He's battled through cancer throughout his time here in Indy. I think he also tore
Achilles,
yeah. He's been through it. He's very talented. He's a good dude. Be loved here. And all he cares about is winning, brother. That's all Rigoberto Sanchez cares about. He's had great holds for Spencer Schrader, including a game winner, 2 of them. Can't be doing leverage, JJ. You know that. Can't be cheating while you're trying to block punts or block kicks, especially on a 60.
Do you consider giving some of your paycheck to the other guys on the team if it didn't work at all?
Oh, okay. Jage.
On a Sunday?
He did work. Game winner, brother.
Yeah.
Game winner.
Could you imagine?
Boom. There he is. Right. Pause it. Go back. There it is. That's him.
Operation.
A lot of field goals.
I don't want to be the holder. I know. I don't want to hold.
What's the score Jage? What's the score right there, just so I know?
28-26.
How many defensive ends, outside linebackers are on the field right now for the Indianapolis Colts? I don't know.
I mean, how would I know?
Should they give their check maybe to Rigoberto Sanchez for having such a big-time play here on a game winner? Isn't there a little bit of money that maybe should be spread over to Rigoberto Sanchez here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying this whole time. But on that note, he hit like a 60-some yarder in week 1. Bomb. Miami Dolphins do Miami Dolphins stuff, running into the punter, first down, kind of gets wiped off. Boy, that's a great punt. First punt of the season. That is setting you up to be in a great spot. 60-some yards, bomb.
Kind of sucks that it got taken off.
Bingo, yeah. Gone, absolutely gone. And also, you're not going to punt next
average
week.
Would have been 60.
Yeah.
Week 3, average 60 yards.
Exactly, yeah. So he is ready for it. He's enjoying it all. He's been around, too. He's not a new guy. So it's like he's enjoying the vibes. This is much better than what it's been. But, yeah, I love that Danny Dimes in the Colts offense.
What's going on up there, man? What is going on?
What's going on, brother? You tell me, Jade. You're first ballot Hall of Famer. You're watching the tape. Your eyes are seeing what we're all seeing live in person in the Lighthouse. Both games home. So we've seen literally the start of this entire era. He understands everything that's going on in front of him. He makes the right decisions. He's still incredibly fast. And I think the team is really talented. There's been a lot of money that has been spent on this roster, which is kind of what I've been saying all offseason. And even last year I was saying, like, hey, we got a lot of money on this roster. We got a lot of really good guys on this roster. We just couldn't win. You know, we didn't have a lot of consistency from one position, and it happened to be the most important one. And now he's unbelievable to watch, man. And like Barry Sanders, you know, ball to the ref and everything like that. He has 3 touchdowns on the season already. And we've seen 2 of them right in front of us. One of them was on the other side. And it's just like immediately up, ball to ref. Lineman with the boys. And then we're just jogging off the field. Like he does not, there's zero. He's perfect for us, JH. He is perfect for our team right now.
Very, very good defense he was dicing up too. Speaking of money, there's a lot of money on that defense. They have a ton of great players on that defense. Vance is a great D coordinator. He had a really nice game against a very tough defense.
Okay, so are you a little bit worried? Because there's a chance now. Connor was reading off some potential storylines in the AFC. The Texans are involved in one of them.
Yeah, JJ, it feels like the AFC is now kind of gone for a loop. The division winners are kind of still up in the air, but teams like the Bengals, who are 2-0 still now, but with the backup quarterback coming in, they're a projected playoff team. That's going to change possibly with Browning. The Texans 0-2. They go to Jacksonville at 1 o'clock Sunday. Them going to 0-3 would be wild. The Chiefs are 0-2. Them going to 0-3. The Broncos, they're 1-1. They go to the Chargers. They could end up being 1-2. It feels like the teams that were expected to kind of go aren't going right now. Are you worried about some of those projected playoff teams that might kind of not live up to the expectations?
0-3 is tough, brother.
Very
Stats
tough.
are not good for 0-3, James.
Yeah, no, I think there's a very big underestimation about the first place schedule. Like the Texans have played the Rams and the Buccaneers, 2 very good football teams, 2 first place football teams. It was 14-9 against the Rams, a very, very close game. And then obviously this last one on Monday night, multiple different things go one single way, and we're having a very different conversation today. But that's how the margins are in the NFL. It's so fine. It's so small. They had them to 4th and 10 and obviously just missed that tackle in the backfield, and Baker slips out. And all the credit in the world to Baker. Unbelievable competitor, has an incredible final drive, uses his legs, uses his arms, just seems to have that belief that he is never going to be out of a game and never lose, and his team rallies around that. But I mean, 14-9 against the Rams, and then losing on the final, play drive of the game here against the Bucs. A couple plays away from having a completely different conversation, but that's what sucks about this league, man. It's so hard, and now they're sitting in that locker room trying to figure it out, talking to each other like, man, what do we got to change? What do we got to do? And it could literally be one single play.
There's a lot of teams still thinking that they're in it at 0-2, and there's teams that are 1-1 that think they're still in it. Then there's a couple teams that we all just think are dead. Ty has a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, JJ, if you had to guess, how bad do you think things are in Miami right now? Because from what we hear from the media, I mean, I guess there have been a couple people who said, like, hey, listen, the Dolphins aren't as bad as everyone thinks they are. And then they've looked like hammered dog shit 2 weeks in a row, kind of. I mean, maybe not as much against the Patriots, but then we hear Mike McDaniel and his press conference kind of doing the too cool for school thing, which doesn't really work when everyone wants you to get fucking fired, but he did it anyway. You haven't been exactly in this situation, but you obviously had a couple tough years. I mean, I guess, Pat, you guys as well. Like, at this point in the season, we've only had 2 games, but what's the feeling in that locker room right now? Like, do you think they can turn things around, or are we already kind of starting to think like, oh boy, we might be looking at a 2-15 record this year?
Well, you actually did hit on it there in your question. There's 2 different types of 0-2 feelings. Like, there's the one where it's like, damn, we lost 2 really tough games. We easily could have won those, and we're a great team. We're going to be just fine. And then there's the 0-2 where you're looking like, oh boy, would have been nice to steal one of those because it's going to be a long year. You look at theirs, this last game, the Patriots. I mean, I was just watching the film earlier. They have that return touchdown where all of a sudden you're like, oh, Dolphins, they kind of got this one. And then immediately the Patriots run the kickoff back for a touchdown.
Another one.
That's Vrabel's boys.
Everything is just crushed. So yeah, it's tough, man. And then it's just when it starts to snowball and when everybody's already kind of on your ass already as it is, and then you go 0-2, and then the snowball gets bigger and bigger, man. It's really, really tough. And they're kind of in that snowball right now. So they have to find a way to stop it. And it is much easier said than done. And I mean, it's been talked about a ton. The players only meeting in week 1. And I mean,
who wins? Who wins
talked
in a
about
race?
that before.
Who wins in a race right now? Commentator JJ or 50-year-old Vrabel? You saw him on that return on the sideline. He had a good knee drive, bro. Did you see the lean?
He did.
See the lean
He
and
did.
the knee drive? I mean, you're talking Hammy getting busted for me, but there's a photo right at the beginning of that angle. He still got it. I don't know how he's
Great
able to.
shin angle.
Yeah.
Great shin angle. We in our game had Sean McVay apparently pop his plantar fascia. So coaches on the sidelines running
Brian
are,
Kelly's
are going down. Blue tent.
Brian Kelly's getting worse than anybody. He had to go get an MRI after week 1, and then he got hit again this week. Vrabel's the one doing.
He got hit again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Blasted. Oh, yeah, again.
Blasted.
Yeah, Brian Kelly watch is real right now.
It was awesome.
Just got to get that man out of the white,
He
bro.
needs to get back,
Somebody
coach.
get the man out of the white.
But his LSU team is good for the first time since he's eager to be out there. You know, broken neck, broken hip, whatever the case. He wants to be out there, and the refs are sending out the memo. Brian,
get the fuck out of the way.
We're going to kill you.
No one's signing up to be his get back coach.
Why not?
No, Brian Kelly.
Why not?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Why? It'd be
Some
a
low level staffer. Hey, you're going to be Brian Kelly's get back coach. That guy's getting motherfucked 5,000 times a game.
Good God.
He's going to have some peripheral vision here.
Right.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Time out.
We he's getting
AJ, you are spot on. He didn't see anything.
He got the timeout, though. He got the timeout, we should say. In the face of adversity, he held in the pocket. The guys were crashing down, and he completed the timeout. I think we should talk about that. Brian Kelly, you're way too old to be taking these hits.
Oh, fuck!
Hey, man, you're okay.
He looks good.
He does. And I want to say, Brian, congrats, dude.
Yep.
Just keep on chugging. This guy's taking 2 huge shots this season.
Big bumps.
You get a health update.
Huge shots.
That's great. That is great.
Okay, we would like to say thank you to you for joining us on this day. And we would also like to say congratulations to your Espanol team.
Yeah.
And we've been told the Burnley team not going to get relegated after this season.
Let's go.
So congrats on everything. Your calling game's great. Obviously, we're very appreciative of your time on Wednesdays. Your teams are good. Good for you, Jage. Everything seems to be going great. Hope the family's amazing.
They are. I hope your family's amazing. I very much enjoy being here every week. I'm very thankful for the opportunity. Have a great day.
We love you, JJ. That's JJ Watt.
Yeah, Jage.
We love you, Jage.
Love you, Jage.
Love you, Jage. Bill's new stadium's coming along.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Some photos have come out of it. They look nice.
Very nice.
It looks very, very nice. Now, it's one thing missing from the photo, unless you guys saw it and I didn't.
Nope. Zoomed in on every corner. Did not see it.
Where are the bison? We need to see the bison. Now, granted, they're spending billions of dollars on this state-of-the-art stadium.
Sure.
Beautiful. Just would like that to be known. Think you guys are doing great. The overhead photos, every time it's shown, make you guys look even better. This is what it used to be, stadiums, which are great, got us to the place we are now. Here's what stadiums can be if you want to invest in them, but we're going to have to see those bison. Hey, AJ, we need that thing. I need to be walk under the chest of that thing.
Exactly.
Is what I'm kind of hoping for.
They need the top of the bison need to be halfway up that stadium. The facade right there in the front needs to be halfway up.
Yes.
On this side, you're saying.
Yeah, this side, right? So you see that orange crane? Almost to the top of that orange crane.
D-Butt, your thoughts?
How much they spent on this?
I don't know.
I think design kind of stinks.
What?
Oh, you put up Allegiant Stadium, put up SoFi Stadium, and then put up this.
You're saying they're little UFO?
This looks like the shit that was sitting outside of Matt Stafford's practice.
You know what? That does look like a Pittsburgh toilet now that I'm looking at it a little bit.
It does look a bit like shite, to be fair.
They're in the winter. You're talking about places that have sun all the time. This thing's going to be a tough stadium. This is going to be a futuristic stadium.
Sure.
And this thing's going to have bison roaming outside. That's going to make you say, damn, I don't want to play the Bills today. On that note, if you don't want to watch the show anymore, we understand. We continue digitally. We'll see you tomorrow. Think I got it in.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Think I got it in.
Nailed that one.
Nailed it.
Think I got it in.
Can I say something about the stadium?
Doable.
Absolutely, Tom.
Listen, Allegiant, great. I'm sure this stadium's going to be great. But last night, after those AI stadiums started coming out all over the internet, every NFL stadium's out there now sucks. Okay, my eyes have been open to AI football stadiums, and that's what the future needs to be.
Well, I want to let you know, those AI football stadiums certainly are working without a budget and a plan and people having to agree on things.
Agreed.
On that note, they are cool.
Some great ideas in there.
They are cool. We need 3D printers now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We put a 3D printer with an AI and give them like 10 years or so and just say, hey, here's what you need to make.
Bill Stadium.
And they'll do that, I think. That's the state. That's the world we're in right now. And I appreciate that because if we do get, like I only saw a few of that. I didn't stay through the whole video, but. Yeah, I mean, Edgar Allan Poe actually thought of this stadium.
Yeah. So cool.
Down here in Tampa Bay, they got a pirate ship. Sure, that's cool. How about this?
Yeah.
How about this? This would be better. Maybe a moat in there. How about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life from the smoke coming out of the stack. Things right there.
Oh, yeah.
Boys will be playing a game. Pittsburgh's going to have a little bit of a soot home field advantage. How about the Cowboys having that big-ass cowboy hat? Cardinals, obviously, let's get a little shade. From what? Big fucking bird. Yeah. That's what we are. Bird gang, bird gang. Let's go ahead and do this thing. And then how about the Niners? They got the gold rush happening. People went out there and flocked there thinking that they were going to find gold and hit home and hit rich. Then you got Avatar with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, wait a minute.
Shad Khan could put this together.
Yes, he could.
That might be the one.
This might be what the future is for Shad Khan down there. And then obviously the Miami Dolphins.
There's big fish tanks.
Yeah, aquarium.
It's kind of sick.
That's cool.
The Kingdom.
Yeah, they did some weird type of witchcraft thing here.
No, the fire at the top is pretty cool.
It's neat.
It is neat. Cincinnati Bank. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Our quarterback got hurt. It's pretty fucking lame. They really did though.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow getting hurt sucks for the Bengals.
Brutal for ball.
And Jake Browning, we have faith in. We think he's going to do great. And the Lions, that would be cool, Foxy.
That's awesome.
They don't.
I love everything
Little
about
gladiator
that.
Caesar type feel
What
here.
about the Colts?
Well, coming, bro.
That's America, baby. Yeah. Boom!
So sick.
Every single Sunday at military parade.
What is that, like 50,000 people there, right? Probably in all these, 30 to 40,000.
Yeah.
If that.
But it looks cool.
It does look cool.
Oh, the Beals outside with a waterfall in Buffalo.
Niagara Falls. Nice design, Buffalo.
Niagara Falls.
This is what AI can't do. They don't know how cold it is. Denver.
Oh, that's awesome.
That one is cool.
Holy shit.
See what I'm saying?
There's a virtual reality ping pong stadium that is the backdrop in there. It is really sick. That would be cool if they make that stadium. So the Waltons have enough money to do it. Maybe it's an alternative stadium you guys have.
Okay, like an alt weekend.
Yeah, like an alt week at the new stadium up in the mountain up there in the Rockies.
That's a good idea.
Not a bad idea. I didn't see the Colts. That's because the city owns stadium.
Yeah, they can't do it. Their stadium.
Why'd they do
now is
Cincinnati
just
then?
Boring.
I think they were throwing them a bone because they threw sponsorship on it. By the way, rest in peace, Forrest Lucas, founder of Lucas Oil, which is obviously sponsor of Lucas Oil Stadium, Indiana businessman. He passed away last week. He paid a lot of money to have that be Lucas Oil Stadium. I think he was a big part of maybe the Colts even staying in Indianapolis, I think, with the investment of the sponsorship and everything like that. Rest in peace to him. But Cincinnati Bengals, they started doing business. You know, they sold the name of the stadium, and the AI people were like,
okay,
we should throw them a bone. That jungle looked cool.
Yeah, it did.
It is sweet.
There's a couple hotels that I've had the opportunity of seeing that have like a lot of like flowers and shit hanging from roof. Like that is the design of the ceiling over big space. Really cool looking. That's really cool. I wonder if like in 20 years that's going to look so fucking terrible. You know how like we go through fashion things where there's like obnoxious designs that we're all in on, and then you walk into one of those buildings 20 years ago, from 20 years ago, and you go, this is disgusting. The fuck is this? Whoever decided? You're like, everybody. I wonder if that's going to be the plant ceilings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of flowers hanging in there. It's awesome, though. I would like to let everybody know. And on this day, September 17th, 2025, I love that.
Yeah.
And if that Jacksonville Stadium down there,
awesome.
They should think about taking some ideas, Shot, because I think they're building their shit right now.
Yeah, and they can build it probably, and it'll end up standing
forever. We had a good run with that, unfortunately.
What happened?
Why is it done? They lost?
Yeah, they got beat week 2. I mean, you can't say it's going to go on forever and then promptly get beat next week. It doesn't work like that.
Shah Khan fucking gave his all up.
He did.
I heard it be pregame.
Yeah, exactly.
He was
down
in
on the
there.
field. Yeah.
Warming up the boys.
Yep.
Pat and go.
Yeah, he was. Shot gun.
Yeah. Trevor, give me the ball. I'm going to spin.
I heard he's got a gun.
He does.
He does. He can spin it, dude.
So I bought the team.
What do you think?
Damn near forced him to.
I love Shad Khan.
Me too. That stash. Him and Ballmer. I need a Ballmer Shad Khan sit down.
Well, that maybe some of the trees that Ballmer has can be in the
There we
stadium.
go. There we
that
go.
could be the thing. All right, let's get to a break. What's going to happen with that? It's a lot of big names, a lot of money.
Yeah, there's one guy who's definitely going down.
Okay, that's a teaser. You'll find out about who that is. Probably never, but
No, it got really. It was reported on yesterday. There's one There's one minority owner who I believe invested $2 million into.
it was 1.99. Please, that was a little.
Excuse me. Sorry, Pablo Astori. Sometimes I get confused on what the exact reporting is, but again, Pablo Astori said that it was in fact there's some money being invested by owners of the Clippers.
Pablo
and Ballmer
Torre
probably didn't know.
Pablo Torre, I think, just on this particular one, just started turning over thing, and then what, and then what, and then what, and at what point did he like? This is gold.
Yeah. Massive conspiracy.
This is a huge story, and then he just starts leaking it, and then they combat him, and he's like, "Is that right?" Part 2.
Yeah.
And then they say, no, and then, oh, okay. Just wait for this one. And boom! There's part 3 there. Anything else? Any more brain busters out there is basically what Pablo Torre's doing. It's like, how many? Now you immediately got to think about everybody else.
Well, and you can stay in that city. You know, the Clippers in L.A. I wonder if Pablo checks in on Shohei. And
There's a lot around that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot around that.
Made history last night again, by the way.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
The amount of shit that has gone on around him, both actual in court and allegedly stuff, and things that are being said about him, for him to remain like that, unbelievable, I think, as an athletic.
Yeah, but does he stink at pitching now?
No, he pitched unbelievable last night.
Okay. Nice.
5 innings, no.
I
runs,
just saw 7 runs, and I didn't.
They lost. They blew it for him, but I mean, he pitched a hell of a game. He also hit a 2-run homer. He's doing everything he can.
New club.
And it gets real loud. It's real loud around him.
Real loud.
And I guess maybe it just has been since he was a kid. Is that kind of what it is? I don't know how he's able to.
No,
because baseball is a big time.
It got like this when he got to the Dodgers, because that was the thing. Is like the Angels were never making the playoffs. Like, he was unbelievable, but they were never in a position where it really mattered. And then he got to the Dodgers, and they're a super team, and they start winning all the time. So it's a lot easier to start poking holes and stuff. And be like, wait a minute, let's look into this guy a little bit more.
Yeah, but I think once again, I am on Shohei's side.
His play has not dipped at all. He's gotten better every single year, which is crazy. When he first came in, they were like, this guy might be the best baseball player of
And
all
he's
time.
got moxie. Remember, we talked to him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like actual moxie, and he understands what we're saying.
He does.
Every word.
Yep, and he can speak English. It's awesome.
No, some things. I assume he can't pull everything. I assume, like, if he had word bank, probably be able to figure it out. But I don't think, like, sitting on our show, I know there was a lot of people who are like, he answered you literally a couple different times. He knew exactly what you're saying. It's like, I think he probably has a limited amount.
If he's talking about baseball, I'm guessing he can have a conversation in English. You go too far outside of that, I don't know if he could.
That Japanese language is so different than English. It is so different.
There would be times when we were at the All-Star
You think
game.
he speaks full English?
Every word.
How the
You think he is expert level of English?
No,
They don't.
absolutely not.
We're talking about all the
not expert, but they can do it. But there's guys that play in the major leagues for 20 years that still act like they can't speak English when we all know they can.
In hockey,
it's very convenient.
In hockey, they have the story of the Russians potentially being like, I can't do media. You don't understand what you're saying. And then behind the scenes, they know it. But I don't know, man.
Great gimmick.
Without a doubt, there are guys who come into the majors and learn English in 2 years. This guy's been in the major leagues for 7-8 years. Like, I get it for sure, but then and with our conversation, there's a translator. There's been conversations where he doesn't have a translator. There are plenty of them.
Who is the guy said need to eat more banana?
Oh, yeah.
Crop?
I don't remember who that was for the Blue Jays. It was like 10 plus years ago, but he's a player.
How many years was he in the MLB? I'm sorry, in MLB.
Probably for a while. I can't think of his name. I mean, no, I'm not going to say that because it's not him. He does look like him, but never mind. But he's probably.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, because boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people get very mad at us.
Exactly.
We don't want to mean it that way.
I'm really not taking a shot. But
it is Munenori Kawasaki.
Yeah, wouldn't have guessed that.
It's easy last name.
Yeah, I honestly, he's definitely not in the
Kawasaki
majors
is
anymore.
a known.
That's what I'm saying. Very popular. But nah, he doesn't look anything like that. I know you're talking about. He don't look like that guy.
they look exactly alike.
Thank you, D-Butt. Thank you for saying that. Let's get to a break. I don't think Shohei's just got complete range of the handle of the English language. Okay. I know it's a sticking point for some people to be like, because the translator obviously caused a lot. So still having one, everybody, I think.
So he's smart enough to get a 10-year, $750 million and get it that none of that money gets taxed, which is a very savvy money move.
Is he representing himself?
No, I don't know, but I assume he has smart people around him. Yeah. Those smart people around him who negotiated that deal, they never thought, there's no communication or anything like that with Mitsuhara. I don't know. I'm just saying this is why I want Pablo Estori to look into it.
We want to know if he can speak English or not.
I genuinely want to know the whole story. And also, if Shohei is completely clean, he should want it too. Because then all this bullshit is like, I never even have to think about it again.
It got real loud with a lot of shit. It did. And he just continues to do his thing.
That's
his posture.
Special.
Poised, composed in there. The game's bigger than it's ever been. 30 million people are watching in Japan. All right, watch me hit another one out here. Bang. Welcome to the show. Hey, the guy's a beast.
He is.
How is baseball doing? Paul Skeens still undefeated?
I mean, he's unbelievable. He
got smoked yesterday. Got pulled in 3 innings. Gave up 5. Gave up 5.
Those are probably like the most runs he's given up. Maybe in like 4 months.
Thanks for picking and choosing stats.
I just happened to see it.
He's minus 50,000 to win the Cy Young.
There
so
you go.
I don't know. Is that good enough for you, AQ? Or you want to throw?
I didn't say he's not good. I just said he got smoked yesterday.
You want to spit on DiNardo's grave too today?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, just keep jerking
what?
off Pittsburgh over there. Relax.
Well, maybe you need to show a little bit of respect to the city.
I mean, you were going to have a coronary over TJ Watt not flipping sides. Relax over there.
Just nobody's speaking. How many people speak good about Pittsburgh? You need to speak good about Pittsburgh.
I love Pittsburgh.
Sorry,
I just saw on the plane last night, yanked after 3 innings.
And
saw it.
How's your dad feel about it all?
He shut it off after the first run, guaranteed. They're done. They've been done. Why aren't the young guys up?
Biggest Buccos fan I've ever met is his dad. Now, Tone, also actual Pirates fan, so I respect that. I don't know how you guys do it, but I respect it. Mm-hmm. I'm a Paul Skeens fan.
Yeah, sure.
Cy Young winner. Again, right?
Did he win it last year?
What's the record?
I don't think he did.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year. And that was the big talking point. It was like, this guy probably should win Cy Young, but he didn't get it. But I think the idea was like, he's probably going to win, 8 or 9 out of the next 10. So we'll give him Rookie of the Year, give someone else Cy Young, and then
Cal Raleigh still doing his thing.
He slowed down a little bit. I don't know if he's going to break Judge's record. He's really going to have to be hot because I believe there are 8 games left, 8 or 7 for the regular season. So he hit 2 last night, and he either tied or broke Griffey's record for the Mariners. So he's still really hammering the bay ball. But now it'll come down to, is he going to win the MVP? Is it going to be him or Judge that wins the MVP in the AL?
And we know who you want.
The better player, yeah, who is Aaron Judge by a fucking long shot.
This guy's part of every single play.
I love Cal Raleigh.
He's got his ass down there, a catcher every single play. He's in there calling. He's mixing it up on the defensive side every single play.
Judge is minus 450 to win the MVP.
Well, that's because they got people like Ty out here saying, and we love Aaron Judge. I love Aaron Judge.
You know why Judge is going to win the MVP? Because he's the fucking best player in the league. Cal Raleigh, his batting average is 80 points higher than Cal Raleigh's, and he missed fucking 20 games with an elbow. He's lucky, his elbow's hanging on by a fucking shred, and he's out there playing the outfield, still hitting home runs. I love Cal Raleigh. We met him, we talked to him, but we're talking about MVP awards here. We're talking about legacy. Okay, we're talking about that kind of stuff. I get it. Catchers aren't supposed to do what he's doing.
Both sides of the plate too.
He ain't fucking Aaron Judge. Okay, there's only one Judgy.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's get to a break. We'll be back on the other side. That was baseball. We did baseball. AJ, how are the Reds?
Oh, they're doing great. Schwarber's killing it, though. I know he's doing well. See him celebrating.
Oh, yeah. What about NL MVP? Is it Schwarber or Shohei?
Someone on the Reds,
Bryce
probably.
Shohei's minus 50,000
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, Bryce Shohei.
Jeez.
Schwarber's good, but that's what these guys, you hitting a lot of home runs is awesome. You still got to hit for average in baseball.
Schwarber's going to get a bag this offseason. He's a free agent.
Congrats to him. We love that. I can't wait to see what he buys. I think that guy likes being out there in the country.
He does.
I think he really likes being out there in the woods. I appreciate him. He was great on Game Day. Game Day this weekend down there in Miami. At the end of this show, we will, I don't know if we'll run it. It's long.
38 minutes or so?
It's a long time. It's available, though.
It is.
It is available. Another college football convo with Stanford Steve. This is back-to-back weeks where we really did it. We're really doing a college football show, AJ, like a real one.
Another one.
Another college football convo. The title is a work in progress here. Do you think that sounds negative, the way you laughed and said it? Is it a negative connotation?
I love everything about Stanford Steve, and just another podcast out there for another guy. It's beautiful. I love Stanford Steve. You know that.
We're going to call it not another college football convo, but if you say it the way I said it, sounds negative. But if you say it, not another college football convo, it's a little different. So we're trying to make sure it sounds positive, because it is positive.
You could.
I never thought anything negative about it.
It could be like not your grandfather's.
There we go.
College football convo.
Not your grandfathers or utter fathers or another fathers.
Yeah, exactly.
Just really.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
Otter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, work in progress. But we are a college football podcast host now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's fun to learn about. Stanford Steve does a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to stop burying Cal Bears, though. I know Stanford Cal hate runs deep, but wait till the Calgorithm catches hold of what he said.
I know.
That's tease. Who's the guy you teased earlier?
Clippers minority owner.
Yeah, they just outed him.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't say his name. I don't know his name.
Boom.
Pablo.
Another college football convo. Boom. Stanford Steve.
Hell yeah.
It's available now. We'll be back on the other side with everything DB, good D, bad D, and also in the trenches, top 5 performing offensive lines. And then we'll go into the greatest Wednesday night of all time. How about it?
Hell yeah.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Take 5.
Five.
It is close to $1 million in prizes. Maybe we'll break that today. Over $1 million to charity for a total of over $2 million given away. And I got a feeling you might have somebody with a leg pat trying to take some more of your money.
Yeah, Reese, I appreciate you saying that it's my money. My wife, my daughter, and my mom are happy to hear that reiterated. I think it's very clear that no business would actually sign up to give away $250,000. Jack, what year are you here at Oklahoma?
Freshman.
You're a freshman,
yes,
okay.
Okay.
You're from Houston. What's your major here?
Accounting.
Okay, so it's going to be tough to count all the dollars if you make this kick. Have you ever kicked before?
I did one time. It was kickoff in a JV game.
How was it? Was it terrible? Did you kick it out of bounds?
Sucked. It sucked.
I like that.
He came prepared.
Look at this guy brought cleats.
First
guy
ever.
brought cleats. What is your mindset as you go?
Honestly, I'm clear-minded. I've been listening to a lot of music, so I'm locked in right now.
Who you listening to?
Frank Ocean.
All right. Why don't we up this to $200,000 to you? And we'll keep the $100,000 donation for the light beneath the well that obviously the Michigan player is doing to make the world better. Michigan, Oklahoma potentially coming together. You're a lefty here, okay? If Ernest Hausman can dig some wells, you can somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat and hit a 30-yard field goal, not only for your bank account, you accountant, but also for the world. Go on, Jack! So much fun. All right, let's go. Jack, come here, Jack. Jack. Oh, shit. Okay. Jack, come here, buddy.
The scouting report did not have that going through.
Okay, so it was a $100,000 kick.
Son of a bitch.
It ends up being $200,000 to you, $100 to Ernest Hausman's The Light Beneath the Well, $550,000 in total over the first 2 weeks. Jack, congrats, dude. That was unbelievable.
What just happened? I can't believe you hit that.
It was all worth it, bringing the cleats, doing the whole thing.
Sir. How close did that come?
2 yards.
2 yards, you cleared it by. Congrats, Jack. Let me sign this check. What a magical morning here in Norman. Thank you, Ruby.
There is a crowd of about 30 people moving through the back end of the business field here. And in the middle of it is this black Samoan man who has become the most famous human on earth.
Great guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. There's thousands and thousands of people skipping class to come see your big ass.
Listen, there is thousands and thousands of you skipping class. It doesn't matter if they go to class.
Moana is one of the best animated films of all time.
What?
Okay, can't wait for the live action.
Thank you, yes.
But
You're welcome.
We talk about Moana.
What can I say except you're welcome?
And we talk about Mana.
Honestly, listen, kid, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I couldn't even buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What does it take away? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the temperature here on my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been to make everything happen. Look at the me new Maui just tickety-tapping. That's it.
Still got it.
On the Samoan side, Polynesian side, we have a word called mana. Mana is spirit. Mana is power. Mana comes from in here. It's the thing that gives you goosebumps. It's that thing you feel. It's that thing when I walked out and we felt this thing. This is mana. This is mana. It's very, very, very real, and you could feel it. Wow. Little things like I don't get driven anywhere. I don't want to get driven anywhere. I don't like chauffeurs. Keeps me in my way just a little grounded. Like I could drive myself everywhere and not telling some guy, hey, take me here, take me there.
That is something I'm going to start saying like, yeah. Because when they open your door, you feel so bad. I can open my own door, dude. They're trying to be courteous. It's their job. But also, the day I stop opening my own door is the day I become a big old bitch.
Here we go.
That's a big cup.
Sorry, Mike. And here's the iconic sound. You guys know it. This special Terramana toast goes out to Passion. Congratulations on your show. Very proud of you. Very proud of all you boys. And to all of you, love you guys. Thank you for the support. Keep kicking ass. Cheers. In my world, when I sit down and we're talking about movies and all this other shit, it's never this. It's never this, back with the boys, and you. So I appreciate it, and this one's to you. Thank you, boys.
See you, pal. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break here.
Oh, hold on, one more. If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
All roads leading to Eugene, and I can't help but say, hey, you make me wanna jump, put my hands up and pick my heels up and all again now. A little bit something now, 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 a little bit louder 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 now, a little bit louder. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great day in Oregon. You know, we go to Cannon. OH! We are! Thank you! I love this. Let me go ahead and cock that thing. Boom on. Boom on. Ah, boom. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Roughnecks. We got engineers, we got doctors, we got economists. We got real tests that have real implications happening. And all of these sons of said, give me college game day. Instead of studying, I had some questions about coming out here to Berkeley, but after experiencing it, it is very evident that this is one of the best cities in this here United States of America. USA, 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 USA. And this represents everything that is great with this country, with our sport. It doesn't matter which way you view the world. It doesn't matter which part of the country you're from. College football runs through our soul. And that is what a celebration today is all about. I am thankful to be here amongst these nerds and future geniuses and future people that are going to run this place. It's an honor to be in Berkeley. It's foggy. I think there's some skunks that died down the street, but this is awesome.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this What Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Football! It is magical, and we're incredibly lucky that we get to chat about it. That's AJ Hawk. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. 9-year NFL vet and host of Everything DB. Good D, Bad D. Coming in a matter of moments. Darius J. Butler's here.
Yes,
and 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion player coach, host of In the Trenches, Top 5 Performing Lines. AQ Shipley's here. That'll happen in just a matter of moments. And then live from Hammer, Dahn. His tone takes, Tone. Tony, how do you think AQ Shipley's Top 5 rankings is going to go this week versus last week? Do you think it's going to be the same 5 lines? Do you think it's going to be new lines? And do you think it's going to be riveting and entertaining? Or do you think you're going to say, I hate that I watched that? What are your thoughts on it, Tone? That's right around the corner here.
I think it will be riveting and entertaining and insightful because AQ is always all of those things. But if I know AQ, it's also probably going to be the same 5-0 lines because that's just kind of what he does.
Okay. Little Lazy says, Tone, let's dive into it. This is In the Trenches, Top 5 Performing Offensive Lines from Week 2. Let's go with number 5, AQ Shipley. Who's the number 5 offensive line after Week 2?
Number 5 is the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow. 1-1 down there in the NFC South. What did you see from them?
First of all, they ran for over 200 yards. Bijan was electric. Algier was electric. They ran for over 200 yards. Let's watch this. Pace. They're going to run a little run blitz on the left side of the offensive line right there. Twist it off. Pick it up. Werner picks up the backer on the little cutback. Bijan.
Wow, that's well blocked. Remember, you always liked the Atlanta Falcons when Artie Smith was down there because of the way they set up runs. The new offense coordinator setting up runs pretty well down there. And do you enjoy what they're doing with Penix, obviously young starting quarterback?
If you guys remember back to week 1, whenever Kirk Cousins was there, they went with a completely different scheme. And then in week 2, they went back to what they do best and got to the zone scheme last year. They have picked that up. They pick up Charlie Werner from San Francisco, doing a lot of stuff from the Shanahan scheme. They're doing some really good stuff, and Bijan's electric with the ball in his
Look
hand.
at this. You're talking about just finding asses. That's what Bijan Robinson's trying to do. Good vision. You know, Dan Orlovsky said he thinks some of these running backs have bad vision. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. No, I did. I muted him.
He was talking to us.
It was earlier today.
I mute him in my brain. My bad.
Okay. I appreciate that any words coming out of his mouth aren't going into your ears.
No, they did.
It's like Rain X. You got like Dan O X on the outside of the ears. Just words just kind of just deflect that way. He said he thought running backs nowadays aren't seeing holes as good as maybe back in the day. Bijan doesn't have that problem at all.
Did you guys see the video that I posted by chance?
Yes.
Yes.
Of Bijan?
Oh,
That was a pass play. I don't know if you guys saw this. It was a pass play in the game.
Well, I'm happy we have it on here.
You can pull it off. You can pull it off my X. I'm trying to give him enough time. You can pull it off my X. No. Talking about vision, right?
He's a good follow, by the way. Hey, Q Shipley.
That's right. But anyways, they run a pass play. Here it is. They run a pass play. There's two linebackers in the A gap. See how they are not blocking the one linebacker? This is a pass play. Okay? It just hits Bijan in the arm because the center had a bad snap. He grabs it and talk about vision.
What?
One little cut. This is a pass play. This isn't a draw. If this was a draw, the left guard would be blocking the linebacker in the left A gap. Pass play. Bad snap by center. Hits him in the arm. Grabs it.
Are you going to run the fucking play on this thing? What is? When does the play? Are we going to see it? What's going on right now?
We'll get there. It's coming right now. It's coming right now. There it is.
It already happened. I missed it. They threw the ball.
Very subtle.
I missed it. We're going to go back to the beginning of this thing. You're saying
direct snap.
It was not a direct snap because if it was a direct snap, the left guard would be blocking the left A gap. All three wide receivers out in the route. Every single offensive lineman never turned this into a run block. If it was a direct snap, they would turn it into a run block.
Add it to the playbook. Add it to the playbook. A direct snap where Bijan steals it basically and finds that hole.
Goes.
But you're talking about finding holes, I think, there. Wow.
Bingo.
Look at how skinny he got in there and kept
Just
it moving.
vision.
They're using Bijan. Atlanta Falcons offensive line's doing their thing. They're the number 5 performing offensive line coming out of week 2. Who's the number 4 offensive line out of week 2?
The San Francisco 49ers.
Wow, undefeated out there. Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who?
Mac Jones.
It was great to see this unit perform the way that they did because after week 1, they said Trent Williams was dead.
Who said that?
They said Trent Williams isn't the same Trent Williams.
Not us.
Said he stunk.
They did. They said he stunk. Everybody out in Seattle, and I think that has a lot to do with Seattle being better than we're giving them credit for. But this unit back. They looked back. And when you look at this play right here, watch. We always talk about creating matchups. Send the tight end in motion. Leave him for the fullback. Cam Jordan thinks he's getting blocked. Boom, easy reach. Look at 64 Brendel downfield. Keep going. Put Werner on his ass.
Oh, okay, a little bit after the play, but I do appreciate him driving all the way through the final whistle there. San Francisco 49ers had been a staple of your best performing offensive lines. Then last year, maybe not as much. Now they're back to being who they are. Is that because Christian McCaffrey is the running back?
Let me be very clear about one thing. Christian McCaffrey is almost there. We are going to see the explosive Christian McCaffrey that we used to see. It is almost there. The burst is coming back. Little better after week 1 into week 2. Watch out this week.
Congratulations, San Francisco 49ers back in top 5. Go ahead.
Are they going to be okay without? I know it's the Saints and they're still a good football team, defense, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Kittle and Juszczyk on that play, not in obviously, but still able to do it with a backup tight end, backup fullback. Will they still have that success without those two?
Absolutely. I was talking about it earlier with some of you guys before the show, and listen, Shanahan does such a phenomenal job. You could put my 3-year-old son in at quarterback. You could put him in at tight end. You could put him in at fullback. Put him in at running back. He will find success. That's how good this guy is at designing plays.
I love everything about that, and I appreciate the fact that Mac Jones was the guy he wanted.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's the guy that he loved, fell in love with.
Exactly.
Fell in love with.
He's the other guy, though.
But in high school, Mac Jones was the one down the hall that Shanahan really.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got distracted. Trey Lance, holy shit, look how athletic.
Went to college.
Found something.
Exactly.
Found something nice.
Bounce around a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Got a super bottle and Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Right him in, did the whole thing. Bounce around.
Oh, new talent.
But now he's got a chance to go. What was that trip down the hallway like in high school that I never experienced? That I wanted. Everybody knew I wanted.
One regret in his life.
Now they got it.
You know the difference, though?
They want ham, I guess. Go ahead.
There's about 250 million reasons why they won't go away from Purdy this time around.
Hold on now. We're talking about love.
And the heart does some crazy things.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if you throw no picks, 3 touchdowns, 200 in the first time.
That doesn't hurt.
There's a couple of those throws in tight windows. I bet Kyle Shanahan said, made his heart skip a beat a little
He said,
bit.
that's what I thought the hallway was.
Wow.
AJ, do you think that Kyle Shanahan is maybe going to fall in love with that one sweetheart that he let go, and then now he has a chance to experience life alongside, and it's been good times. Yeah. Now, Brock Purdy, unbelievable. Will they trade Mac? Down the whole conversation is Mac will play himself into becoming a big-time trade target because of how many hurt quarterbacks there already is. Or will they want to keep him as a backup to have good quarterbacks? How do you see the San Francisco 49ers situation shaping up in the long run?
Man, I think they're going to want to keep Mac on the roster as a good, solid backup when they possibly could need him in the future. But it is going to be weird if Mac goes on a big run and then all of a sudden Brock comes in and maybe struggles early on. That creates some issues.
Oh no, Purdy for Myles Garrett and Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. Does that help the Niners a little bit?
And does that help the Browns? A lot of it.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Did I just create the move? I don't know if Myles Garrett will be in there. But hey, Jerry Jeudy going out to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, granted, we love Jerry Jeudy in the dog pound.
Yeah.
Jerry Judy's our favorite player.
But I want him to win a Super Bowl, damn it.
And maybe he'll be a part of assisting the Cleveland Browns into getting one, you know?
Sure.
Maybe Brock Purdy goes there and he is the guy that leads them. Maybe he's the perfect guy for the Cleveland Browns and what they need, you know, for everything he's able to do. But if Mac Jones becomes the guy and you got Jerry Jeudy out there alongside and everybody's healthy, he's backup tight end guy, unbelievable.
Conges.
Imagine him and George both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're like
stop.
And Brock Purdy, right? That's the ball.
Yeah.
He likes
Pearsall has been really, really good. And then, of course, Juwan Jennings, who got hurt week 1, he had like a
massive day.
Yeah, 50-yard touchdown.
So when Brock Purdy gets back in this offense, we believe that it's going to be great. But boy, if Mac Jones plays really well here
and then Brock comes back in the first drive, they go 3-0. And then the second drive, maybe someone fumbles. And then the third drive,
is there an interception?
Maybe Kyle. I don't even know. I don't know if he even gets out there because maybe the third drive, Kyle looks over at Mac and he, hearts are popping up in his brain. And he's like, I got to go with my heart, damn it. I'm sorry. All this money, out the window. We want Myles Garrett anyways. Give me Mac Jones.
It's a crazy situation, especially for Brock Purdy. Now, Brock Purdy just got paid a lot of money, so he can laugh all the way literally to the bank on any situation if he had to, and he's earned that money in there. But if the San Francisco 49ers are good, the NFL is good. Sounds like their offensive line is going to be great. Who's the number 3 offensive line coming out of week 2 of the NFL season?
I love this unit, the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow, 1-1 record out there, Seattle.
Very easily could be 2-0. I mean, they played really well against the 49ers in week 1, and it starts with their offensive line. They got a fullback again. Ousts the rookie out of Alabama. Also, the other circle, Gray Zabel, rookie out of North Dakota State, first-round pick, single. Let's beat the shit out of the nose guard. Double pancake at the second level. Pittsburgh Steelers defense, dead.
Whoa! On this play, you're saying. On this play, 2 rookies obviously have 3 pancakes in one drive. Or in one play is obviously something you're not used to hearing about the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Are you saying this play, or are you saying in general?
The one thing that's concerning about the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is they've been punched in the mouth the first 2 weeks. They've been punched in the mouth. Both teams have ran the shit out of the ball, and this is the second run play from scrimmage.
Jalen Ramsey just made a tackle with a corner there. I don't know if anybody saw that. Go ahead, D-Buck.
I know AJ mentioned it yesterday, but did they just get caught in the stem here at AQ? Like, what happened? What's Cam and if you run
they got caught in the stem. So they start to stem down, which that obviously helped. They tried to go from an under defense to an over on the snap, and that creates the huge hole. The fullback also helps because now everybody's working back. Fullback, double pancake. That's incredible.
It in.
AJ, your thoughts? Yeah, what were you saying?
Well, yeah, they get caught in the stem, I feel like, but then that 40, is it 41? He's got it's called box it in, hit it with his other shoulder, knock it back into your linebacker running. But, with the late stem, I see where the confusion might be. He might not know where your help is.
What is it, inside shoulder on the outside shoulder, right? Isn't that normally thing? In same shoulder, same foot?
41 was to hit it with his left shoulder and knock it back to your linebackers running over top.
Yeah, inside shoulder on the outside shoulder of the fullback, I do believe, right, is what you're trying to do. Yeah, that's special teams talk, right, because we're all trying to stay in the lane.
You call it boxers. Well, either you spill it or you box it. Spill it, you hit it inside and make it bounce outside, or box it, you knock it back inside.
I love that. And he could have thought that maybe his fill and his help was coming on the other side because of the late stem?
I would imagine the late stem, too. Like, it took away, his gap may have changed, and he's like, oh, okay, here we go. There's a lot of space here. What am I doing? Inside, like, what am I, box spill? I don't know. And then that happened.
So he's got to shoot his gun there, basically, whenever all this shit happens. And he's going to try to go through the
bad feeling. Yeah, it's a bad feeling, too, where he's probably, I wonder if he's thinking, like, oh, maybe, I think at the last second he's probably like, oh, no, I need to box this one. And then all of a sudden it's too late. You're down, and you're taking your buddy with you.
Tone, what are your thoughts on what AQ just said about defense, and maybe AJ saying, like, hey, this is just communication error maybe. This is not a sign of a huge problem. It's actually just maybe something they can get cleaned up going forward, Tone.
I tend to agree with AQ because it was a huge problem at the end of last year, and it didn't get cleaned up over the summer. So I assume, in these short weeks preparing for games, they'll probably clean it up.
Just gave two different answers there, it sounds like, but the second one very condescending. Let's go to the number 2 offensive line coming out of week 2.
Foxy, the Detroit Lions make their way back.
Welcome back.
A lot of questions after week 1. No Ragnar. No big
Zeitler.
Yep.
No
Rutledge might stink.
but also no Skip gone. A lot of offensive linemen that we've come to learn and love are all of a sudden no longer on the Detroit Lions alongside the offense coordinators. Week 1, we thought maybe they were done. Now they're back at number 2. Why is that?
Well, because they fixed their scheme. They went back to doing some of the stuff that they used to do. They got Brock Wright in the wing right here, and they are going to run the wham, which we saw quite a lot last year. They send Ratledge, who's been struggling at the point of attack, but they send him behind the center, boom, boom. 2 traps, Gibbs out in space. Got brought in by the wham block. The corner's lost in the sauce.
Yes.
That's what happens. That's what happens. You see the receiver go in, you're just done right there.
Hey, the Detroit Lions are back to doing the motions and the shifts and the skips and the stuff like that. Did they stop doing that week 1?
They didn't do any of that. They didn't do any of that in week 1.
Was right.
That reporter was right.
That was right.
You
That
think
was right.
MCDC looked in the mirror after looking at the film? He's right, man.
Holy shit, he was right.
Why did we stop it? I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, man. And they got right back into it.
Back into it.
And it worked.
They did it all game long.
Is
Their
this
run
a
game
sign
was
of
good.
things to come?
Yeah, you got to hope. I mean, that's what they're good at. That's their bread and butter. And look at Penei Sewell. That little kick-out block right there, and to be able to hold that at the point of attack is incredible. Look at that. He's by himself on an island right there.
Foxy, are we all the way back? Is this what the rest of the season's going to be?
Penei Sewell was
Yeah,
terrible.
we're all
week
the
1.
way back. This is literally all I care about is that the Detroit Lions are on this segment, because if they're not on this segment, the offense isn't going to work. Jared Goff isn't going to work. Nothing will work if we cannot do what AQ just showed us. And I'm very, very happy that he pointed out the rookie guard, Tate Ratledge, because he has been taking it on the shins for the last 2 weeks. So I'm happy he kind of bounced back there.
You bring up a really good point there about if you end up on this segment right here, the team's probably going to be good. Isn't it crazy that is the least sexy part of football? The offensive line is the most pivotal. And you have been pretty accurate in projecting on who's going to end up lasting, which is why this is an important segment, which is why we don't love whenever you're showing bias and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, when you're
Stop that.
We don't like that. We feel like this week maybe a little bit less biased, but we haven't seen the number 1 team yet.
No, we haven't.
We have no idea what's coming here. We hope that this is an actual judgment and an actual read and an actual opinion, as opposed to maybe one that was bought or, positive messaged.
Sure.
I'm assuming.
Or something like that.
I'm assuming.
No, never.
You're wrong.
Only
Thanks,
the tape.
T-Bus.
Only tape.
Are you kidding me? I thought it was going to be.
The number 1 offensive line coming out of week 2 of the NFL season is?
The most dominant team in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills.
That's the Buffalo. Coach not on here. Okay, sounds good. But I love that the Bills are the number 1 offensive line in the NFL strictly because we are such big Josh Allen fans. I like that they're teaming those two up together. What did you see from the Bills in week 2?
Well, let's take a look at this. We got 13 personnel. We got a tight end to the left. We got 2 tight ends right. Here's what I love. This is a full zone to the left, but why this play worked so well, the inside tight end on the right, they block out, and they wrap Knox around. That creates the hole. Then you just wash the rest of the offensive line. So you are stretching one side, cutting the backside. That creates the big gaping hole for James Cook.
And they let James Cook. All right, Buffalo Bills, new stadium, new vibes, hard knocks.
Great play design, AQ. Sorry, Pat. That's great play design. Wasn't it, AQ, with that little fold block?
Huge. I mean, it doesn't always work out because tight ends are probably the worst blockers. They have the hardest job, in my opinion. They have to learn the whole offensive line scheme, and they got to run routes, right? So they got the hardest job. But when you can do that, you make it easy for them, and Knox does a great job just getting up there.
AJ, to your point, it feels like AQ always appreciates when an offensive coordinator helps people out on their blocks. Like, everybody tries to help out people get open. I think that's like a mindset like, hey, the way this play designer runs the routes or gets the routes, this guy's going to be open and get people open. AQ, it seems like you've pointed out a lot of offense coordinators or play design that set up an offensive lineman to be able to block somebody. Like, hey, we're going to actually fake a block on this guy so that he slows down so then you can ear hole him. It's like the advancement of that type of shit I think is good for all parties, AJ.
That's next level thing. Those guys that can scheme it up and figure, okay, hey, this is the front they run. This is how we're going to block it. We're going to just like make little tweaks here and there. That's what's really cool. That's why I'm glad AQ does this, because he can find those things and find those little wrinkles that the offensive coordinators can change from week to week, because it's tough to actually execute it come game day usually.
And he's watching every snap.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Every team, every snap, every game day.
That's right.
That's AQ Shipley. That's In the Trenches. And here's your top 5 coming out of week 2.
Hell yeah.
This is just week 2 performances. It's not we need to make sure we remind people of that.
Yeah, there was a lot of people last week, especially the Baltimore faithful. They don't like Falele. I got to be honest with you. That's the one thing I noticed coming out.
What do you mean?
They want this guy gone.
They want him
They don't
gone.
like
I
Falele.
remember that dating back into overreactions from the end of last year. You're right. They're not a huge fan of this guy.
Yeah.
Gee.
Good team. Great team. What are we?
Top O-line?
How about the Philadelphia Eagles wanting the offense coordinator fired? Undefeated.
They got to
Just
get
like
going.
the Chiefs.
They got to get going.
Exactly.
They got to get going up front. I'm being honest.
I love that. I agree. Hey, I'm on your side.
Saquon, 60 yards rushing or less in the first 2 games.
Ooh.
What's that about?
That's disgusting.
I thought he had.
I thought he had 80.
He might have had 80. Yeah, but 60 in week 1. But,
what are you doing? You can't just be
but
making
they're
things up.
struggling. You're not seeing the big holes. You're not seeing the big
This is
run
what we're
things.
talking about.
And this is what I was going to fucking say, by the way. And I wasn't going to say it until you just said that.
What's that?
The Bills played the Jets. The Lions played
I got a
the
great
Bears.
answer for this. I can't wait. Keep going. I got a great
The
answer.
Colts played the Broncos and rushed for 190 yards.
I like where your head's at.
the
I didn't know where
Broncos-
you were going. I like that that's where you went.
And the Broncos were considered one of the best defenses. And so, I genuinely don't know. And maybe their O-line sucks and Jonathan Taylor was nasty. I assumed the Colts were number 1, and that was the angle Pat was saying.
No, I didn't know. I actually didn't.
So I don't want to kill the Colts O-line because they don't deserve to be killed. He did have one big run. It was mostly on his own, to be quite honest with you. And
Which
they
he
got
does
beat.
do.
They got beat up in the
player.
interior of the pocket pretty
Great
consistently in this game. But getting back
Could be
to the
available.
original point, you played a lot of football. You played a lot of football. AJ, you played a lot of football. You guys know a lot about football. Can you control who's across the line?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
you just
you
show up on Sunday and block the shit out of whoever's across.
Okay, so you're going performance-based, not necessarily competition-based and what the game is. I understand. I appreciate that. And your biases are not showing. I think the Colts could have cracked into the top 5, but hey, Atlanta Falcons.
Had him at 6, actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't admit.
Hey, room for improvement.
How
First
far
2
do we
out.
go?
Hey, first 2 out.
On the bubble. How far do you go?
I normally put 8 or 9, and then I go back through and I rewatch, and then okay, these guys got to move up. These guys got to move down. Do things like
You'll see one play or 2 plays, and you're like,
that. Yep.
That's
Get 'em
number
outta
4
here.
material.
we're getting out of here.
Exactly right.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
it's
mean,
tough
you
to
can-
make
you can
that
ask- you can
list.
ask- You can ask Bruce and D-Bone. I sent them a list yesterday and then sent them a redo.
Oh, I like that. And that list, the first list that you sent was not the first draft of that either. Well, maybe the Colts need to start creeping into that a little bit.
They were last week.
Yeah, but I feel like you're not watching the right place. We'll send you the right place. We'll send you the right place.
Actually, the clips you showed earlier showed the entire interior of the pocket at Daniel Jones' feet on the one crossing route.
All right. They got a good defense. They got a good
The
D-line.
Python dude.
They got a good
You're
defense.
right.
And Bortolini certainly did not know he was signing up for the Denver Broncos defense.
This is good. This is good. This one's good right here. This
Yeah,
one's
there's
good.
a lot of good ones.
I
the
showed
Denver
the good
Broncos
one.
defense.
I'm talking about the highlights that we showed whenever it was the TV copy. And
We were showing off day and time.
Yeah, a little crossing route over the middle to number 11, and boom, I just looked down and the entire 3. In his shins.
The Denver Broncos got good defense.
They do.
Hey, let's watch Quentin Nelson right here. Let's watch this real quick since we got this play. Boom!
Yeah.
That's
Run his
what I'm
feet,
talking
run his
about.
feet, run his feet, run his feet, run his feet.
That's what I'm talking about. And also, he's motivating, inspiring, and leading the boys now. It feels like he is one of the vocal captains of the Indianapolis Colts, which is good for the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, we will hope to get on to the list next week. Thank you for all the work.
Thank you.
Now we're just talking about the Denver Broncos. Everybody considers them a great D. Danny Dimes is a master conqueror of the blitz, obviously. We learned that earlier today. But what other good D needs to be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Everything DB. Good D and bad D. Here we go, D-Bucks.
Let's go.
Here we go,
Week
D-Bucks.
2. Let's get to it. We had Derwin James on yesterday, so we'll start with his team, his defense, his secondary. Had a great night on prime time. 15 pass defense, 6 TFLs, 3 takeaways, 0 TDs allowed. And you know what? They started fast. Let's get to the first pass of the game. got a motion coming over, free safety out of the middle of the field. Defense is on the string. Boom. Great break, great anticipation. And when you run to the ball, good things happen. Henley, the Power Ranger, had the flu game, running to the ball, game one, tips and overthrows. You got to make them count. And that's kind of the theme of this week. Those turnovers coming to add up. And you talk about turnovers coming in bunches. A lot of the times, it's not all the time the first guy that gets there, but it's the second, third guy. Just look at all the white shirts around the ball.
Jeez.
Down in and down out.
Pause.
This is who, if you go back and just after that tip is made, when that ball is in the air, I'm sure AJ has heard this 1,000 times. Shit, even the O-line. O-line is always taught to run and chase the ball as well. But just look at that. That's a picture in the defensive room. You're counting guys on the first pass of the game. So you always talk about setting the tone. As a defense, they set the tone, and Geno Smith never got comfortable this entire game.
Now, at the end of this thing, and pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Obviously, all the Chargers.
Everybody's
are
in the frame.
They are a swarming defense. They are a relentless defense. The Derwin James stats obviously crazy. Him playing D tackle and also playing deep safety is an insane thing. But like they are a group that is all in. And the way you guys are talking about is. They'll play zone, but it won't be a normal zone. They'll shift to man concepts whenever it's in there. That's just understanding what each other are going to do more than anybody else.
And it's the opposite of what we talked about with the Steelers being on the tape. Like, you got to have trust. You got to have trust because it's not like, hey, it's man-to-man. You get your guy. And even with man-to-man, you still have to have trust and understand where your help is. But when you're playing a zone defense, when you're keeping an umbrella on things, it's very important that you're confident and you're being accountable in your role. If I got a hook curl, I'm inside out, and I know that flat defender is coming outside in, and we should be vice and tackle. So every time a ball was thrown and caught, you saw even Genty. Genty had a couple great broken tackles, but you just saw another white shirt. And guys on the offense, they get tired of taking those hits. Quarterbacks, their feet get happy. They stop taking their eyes from downfield and start to look at the rush as opposed to feeling the rush. So it's great for this defense, especially when you don't have Khalil Mack is still good. But they don't have like that Micah Parsons or T.J. Watt or Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, one of those guys who just change the math every day. They do it as a team collectively.
Congrats to the Chargers.
Hell yeah. Do you think it was a good idea on that play to block Khalil Mack with Ashton Genty? You think that was a good idea?
I don't think that's ever
first pass play of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever good. But
he did a good job.
He did a decent job. I don't know if that's the
best design.
Yeah, the concept. I mean, especially with the zone defense, everybody's kind of in this. That's pretty easy, especially if you're a post safety. Look at Geno's helmet. The reason we have that stripe down the middle of the helmet, so coaches, when they're watching film, they can see where players are looking. That black stripe, it went right to that seam route. And if I'm a post safety, this is literally the ball I want you to throw.
Oh my God, he thought he had that crib.
Great.
Yeah, he thought he had that. That's awesome. Congrats to the Chargers.
Yeah, you don't feel bad dropping a pick or bouncing one off if your guy gets up there and get one. It's still a turnover. Great job. And now this. Liam Cohen, a lot of Jacksonville Jaguar fans, I don't know how the overreactions were with Brian Thomas Jr. had an unbelievable rookie season. And sometimes, I don't know if you start hearing footsteps or you start to have alligator arms, but as a defense, and this is a different game with player safety, coming across the middle, you'll see alligator. You see Trevor Lawrence maybe throws a hospital ball here, but you'll see it much better from the back copy. You never want to be a football player on tape, turning down contact, avoiding contact, and you can see it bright as day right here. And once again, tips and overthrows the theme, post-field safety, wide receiver tips it. You'll see so many times a DB, a linebacker, a D lineman just drop this ball because they don't expect it or the trajectory is changed by it getting tipped. But Jordan Battle back-to-back weeks making great interceptions off of tips. But as a wide receiver, as a quarterback, first of all, you want to protect them. If you are going to throw that across the middle, put it low, protect them, let them go down and get it. But as a receiver, you don't want to be, on tape, putting this on tape. Because now every defense knows, hey, if 7 comes across that field, whether it's a reroute, whether it's a hit, we want to hit them early and often because we want them thinking. Because now this is what you are, what you put on tape. And I expect Brian Thomas to bounce back. I think Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I like Liam Cohen. I love Thomas Jr. But, yeah, you don't want to be putting this on tape if you're the quarterback or the wide receiver.
Yeah, you said something about injury.
Yeah, Liam Cohen came out after the game because this has been the loudest thing for Jacksonville and said that Brian Thomas Jr. went into the game. Yeah, there it is, with a wrist injury already, and that was part of the drop.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I know.
Amen.
Kelvin Shepard, you heard
Agreed.
Hey, if you
Do your
if you're
job.
hurt, don't be out there. So yeah,
That's a tough look for him for sure.
It's
Great
tough.
pick though.
Great pick.
Because there's no way that he thought that ball was getting through like that.
You got to make that count. You got to make those counts because these turnovers add up. This game, especially with their quarterback turning the ball over the way he did, when you can get it back and get your offense.
Great reaction.
You can get Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, more opportunities in offense. That's
He was
gonna
on the
be good.
ground. He slipped and fell. Wow, what a play.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Jordan
good thing
Battle.
for Cincinnati. That's tough for the Jaguars, but they're going to get better.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to get better.
They will, and I expect the Eagles to continue to get better. They got some young players in the secondary. Kind of seems like they always do. But Makuba, the safety, rookie safety, he's a post safety. Pause it right, or he actually gets circled. Right now we got Travis Kelce. I don't know what you guys used to call this route, AJ. We used to call it a Zampezi, but it's kind of like the follow route. Number 3 goes across, number 2 goes out, and then comes back in. Everybody runs it in some form or fashion. This is a staple in a West Coast type of offense. Travis Kelce, I don't know how many touchdowns and first downs he has from this route. Mahomes anticipates it, puts a good ball on him. But Makuba, great eyes, going to that second guy, boom. Tips and overthrows, running to the ball, and not only catching the interception, but setting your offense up. Offense has been getting explosive plays, has been doing this, has been doing that. And pause on that side. Go back to the wide copy real quick. I want to see the end of that because we always talk about one of the things Shane Steichen said too is the biggest difference of this year's team and teams in the past is the camaraderie, the brotherhood. And you can see it on the sideline. You see it during TV copies. But when this rookie gets tackled, you just see that whole line of white shirts just conversion on him. You don't see guys buckling up and talk. We're all converging on him. Go to congratulate the young boy, and then everybody will kind of go where they need to be. That's what you want to see if you're a fan of this team, if you're a player for this team, if you're a coach of this team.
That's offensive coaches. That's offensive players. That's everybody on the team celebrating him right there. That's good vibes.
That's a rookie. It's a rookie.
Hey, that's Sirianni football, by the way.
That's right. Yeah, and hell of a play by Josh Simmons, too. I keep pointing out right away, but maybe Hollywood Brown catches him, but that's
71. You wearing number 71 and catching somebody that far down the field?
18 miles an hour.
Yeah, watch his momentum.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's running so fast and he's so big. After he makes this awesome tackle, he goes backward, does a backflip because he's going so quick. His momentum takes him so far.
Wow, striding out.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Never want to be in that position, obviously.
Right.
But geez, and Travis Kelce, never going to do that again. We've heard.
Yeah.
That's what we think.
And Makuba, he will hear about that from the boys.
Offensive line.
Get walked down by 7. Let me pause that. Who's that? 71?
Is that number 7 that caught you? No, there's a 1 on there.
Oh, no.
What? 17?
He had a great angle.
He did.
Exciting whites. Have you guys ever been caught? What a moment.
Cooper DeG had a great reroute in this game, too. We'll make the tape, but great reroute. Put a guy on the ground, which is tough to do in the NFL. Sticking with kind of the rookie theme. Billy Bowman Jr. playing the slot for them. He's been phenomenal. But the Falcons in their front office, they did a great job bringing these young guys in this year. The 2 guys off the edge, James Pierce Jr., Jalen Walker, they've been playing great. Then Billy Bowman Jr. and Xavier Watts on the back end have been playing great as well. This is his first 2 games in the league. Playing in that slot, it's tough to do as a young player, as any player, but especially a young player. 9 targets, 5 catches allowed, 6.2 yards per reception, 34 passer rating, 0 TDs, and a pick. And this was a beautiful pick by him. Pre-snap, you're going to get some motion. Young quarterback offense, boom, comes out, squares up, gets there, watch the break, out route, eyes, break, and then make a great catch at the top of the route. To catch that, roll over the top, obviously rolled out of bounds. But this is great from start to finish, pre-snap and post-snap, been on the same page. That is a tough route to stop.
What a catch.
From a stationary position, let alone the guy running and using that momentum and breaking outside. Just an unbelievable play by unbelievable player, a young player at that. Big-time ball from Billy
Falcons
Bowman Jr.
offensive line, top 5 offensive line. Now we got this on everything DB, good D, bad D. Well, as good D. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons down the NFC South.
You nailed it. I mean, those 4 rookies are playing awesome.
Yes.
The 2 edge guys are incredible, and then I think both had picks
Watts
in this game,
had a
didn't
pick
they?
in this game, too.
Yeah, they both had picks.
Yeah, one late on the another overthrow. So this wasn't a tip or an overthrow. The last one from Watts was an overthrow. Maybe just Jefferson got grabbed a little bit, but whatever. They didn't call it. Big-time catch. And they're playing good ball. So even when they aren't making the plays, a PBU or interception or sack, like when you turn on the tape, it would be hard for someone to believe that these are 4 rookies playing their first 2 games in the NFL. Unbelievable play by this guy.
Can we go back to the sideline shot there? I think Raheem Morris.
Right in front of him.
Is that his? He has the joggers on, pulled up with the J's down. He looks very cool. That's head coach swag on the sideline. That's him right there, I believe.
Oh, wow.
J's on, yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great look, especially because I got the Cavs.
Oh, yeah.
You play the next one. I think the side shot has a better shot of him. Look at him right there in the middle of it. Yep, well, that's ours. That's ours. That's ours. No way he fucking caught that. Did he catch that? Yes, he did.
Unreal play.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did catch that. What a moment there. Yeah, off his face.
Yeah. Well, J.J. McCarthy, we saw it at the Rose Bowl. He almost had he would have had an interception, but he threw the football 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
The guy couldn't catch it. It was awesome.
Congrats, Atlanta Falcons.
Yes,
Even though you
sir.
have a team. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Trending in the right direction. And someone else trending in the right direction, another team that made the in the trenches. Now, when you talk about bad D, this is just inexplicable. Like, you got one of the fastest guys in the NFL. He's going to end up in the cut split in the slot right now. You got a corner and a safety. You. I don't know. I know you got the crosser that kind of took Kevin Byard. I couldn't even tell you what coverage they were in, what they were trying to do. But one thing you know coming into the game, and look, the
That's
Lions.
fucking J-Mo.
And the Lions, look, they
Isn't
got.
that all he does? That's literally what he does.
That's his gimmick. That's
2
his gimmick.
catches for 108 yards for J-Mo.
Boom. So that's his gimmick. So you know, game record-wise, it's going to be a long list with the Lions. You got St. Brown. It's going to start there. Then you got Gibbs in the run game. Even Montgomery maybe. But number one, you always have to be aware of this guy. You know, teams love taking shots when they're around midfield in the alumni section. But number one, you got to be there. I don't get it on the back end. This is as bad as it gets when you get to defense.
So early in the year, miscommunications are going to happen. You move forward. Now,
That's preseason football.
Exactly. It's week 2. They got a lot of football left to play there. That's tough, though.
Yeah.
That's tough, especially just because, and obviously I've never been on the field on the defensive side of the ball, so I have no idea about a lot of shit. But I have been in the meetings, and it's like, number one there was certainly showed very large, like a picture of him probably, and then it probably just very bold words and very simple message. Real fucking fast. Deep ball. That's probably what it said, if I had to guess. Here is the message that you need to know about number one. Here's the scouting report. When he is on the field, he's going deep. Like, that is what he does.
Yes.
There's been a couple other guys throughout the history that is similar. He's obviously had a lot of success here early and did in college as well. And I remember him playing with like a broken leg or something like that in college. He's incredibly tough. But to just fuck it.
Yeah,
that's not good. I don't think.
Interesting move.
I mean, yeah, that's why. And this is the ups and downs, I guess, in the National Football League. A couple weeks ago against J.J. McCarthy, he had a pick 6, on prime time, guarding Justin Jefferson. Then this week you are on bad D, but this is tough. You got to figure it out. The Bears will miss Jalen Johnson, but I don't expect that from a Dennis Allen coach defense. That's wild.
Good luck to the Bears.
Yeah, good luck
for you.
Chicago.
Good luck.
J-Mo's fast. So just know next time you play him, because you are going to play him again. He's probably
somebody's fast.
Coach Pagano's game planning for J-Mo right now.
Yeah.
Ravens on Monday.
Oh, no. I don't know what the fuck they were doing in Chicago. Chuck,
That's why I got the hell out of there.
Chuck's showing that clip. Okay?
Jesus fucking Christ, what are we doing?
What do you think his name's J-Mo. What the fuck do you think? J-Mo fucking deep ball. Okay? Look what the Bears do.
You see the number one? That's the route he's gonna run. He's gonna run straight, just like the number ones.
It's all right. Bears will figure it out. And obviously, we are staring from a actual probably 200-foot view here, or 50-foot view, whatever it is. Much easier up here than it is on the ground. But that seems bad. It's week 2 though. Football. Week 2 football.
Yeah, week 2 football. You got your backup playing with Mac Jones in here, but he was spinning it. He was figuring out this is a big down, 3rd and 11, up 5 points right here. Now these 2 guys are highlighted. This is cover 2. But if we rewind it a little bit, so 3rd and 11, I'm not a big fan of like an over dramatic disguise if you're playing a too high defense, because if you are that deep safety, you don't want your disguise to kind of mess up you actually getting your job done. So right here, you'll have the left side deep half safety, and he's about 7 yards off on the hash down here. You let it run. So he now on the snap, he's trying to haul ass to get to his depth. You got 3 receivers over there. So pause. 2 guys run short, so now you only have 1 guy deep. Some defenses, the middle linebacker that circled, that run through. I don't know how you guys play it, AJ. But Tampa too, he would run with number 3 vertical to the passing strength and continue to carry him. Some defenses, if number 2 and number 1, which are these 2 short receivers outside, if they sit down, that'll tell that run-through defender that they can shut it down. Why? Because I have 2 deep safeties behind me, and now they can converge on the deeper routes because there's not as many of them. They don't have that same stress on them. In any regard, the job does not get done, but it is not that route that hurts him down here to the front side. It's the route coming from the backside, Jennings, right over the top of the defender. He catches it. And because of that disguise, in my opinion, because of that disguise pre-snap, that safety never got in a good position to play his responsibility correctly. So even if this throw is made, it's a throw and catch. At worst, as a safety, it's in the definition of your position. You get him down on the ground, you line up again, and it's, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. But instead, it's a big touchdown. They go up the game. Obviously, they never look back, but it's a big-time throw by Mac Jones, reading it, seeing it. And I think defensively, not being in position pre-snap kind of set him up for failure. And, yes, great game by Mac Jones. I know there are some rumors in the internet that probably started in the Thunderdome. Whoa! Brock Purdy will be the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. But when you have a guy in there playing, this is about, being ready for your opportunity, showing up and showing out, and that's what Mac Jones did.
We just hypotheticals.
Just talking here.
Just talking about maybe predict the markets out here.
That's all.
We're just trying to project what the future potentially looks like in this whole thing. But Mac Jones throwing seeds like that, obviously, we all expected.
Without a doubt.
We all just knew that was going to happen.
Dano told us.
And the Saints, exactly. He said if you were to put, we didn't even bring that up. Call him. Can you call him back? Because he should take a little bit of a victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Me too.
Usually he just pats himself on the back.
He's probably got a big one planned for this afternoon.
A big pat on the back?
Yeah.
A huge, it'll be a full breakdown with an iPad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait.
They will actually try to go to the back to get more hands so they can give a bigger pat on the back.
Mm-hmm.
More pats on the back.
Yep.
There's a chance he can't pick up, though, because he's got to figure out something else that someone else already said, but he says that he's the first to say it.
Yeah, but J.J. Watt said that he was the first one to say what Dano said that he said first. So Dano actually kind of got cucked seemingly twice here with ideas that he had right in front of his eyes. Who knows what people outside of just this show have said before he has said.
Well,
It's
that's
kind
what
of
I'm
wild.
saying.
It's kind of wild because it's a lot of football guys out there. Like a lot of guys sat through meetings, been in meetings, and we're being told the same shit. So if people watch the film, you have stat guys that the picture starts to come together. But I get it.
Dano joins us. Dan Orlovsky. Holy
Wow.
shit! Maybe you should be eating bread. You know what I mean? Maybe the vanity is paying off in the mornings, beating the shit out of your body so you can operate. Hey, we didn't give you an opportunity to celebrate the Mac Jones to the Shanahan offense thing because you did it to us and we buried you. So we would like to provide you a moment to go ahead and have your moment of victory.
It's good that I appreciate that. We'll see how this week's goes, but I always believed in Mac in San Francisco, man. I was right. No big deal.
What'd you think about this play? This him beating his cover 2 right here. Juwan
Let me
Jennings.
see it.
Oh, you haven't seen
this is a good ball to Jennings. That ball's early. That ball is early. Dude, I mean, that's his strength, but you know that. I mean, anticipation, the ball to McCaffrey for that throw's sick. The ball to McCaffrey for the touchdown is really good, too. Like, it's good design. That ball gets cut loose, man.
Maybe put on NFL Live. Put on NFL Live. Something think about this.
You know that looks like.
This one right here.
Who's it look like?
That plays cool deep.
Who's it look like? Who are you going to say? Because you've called people Tom Brady, and then maybe you're going to say Brock Purdy, or who are you going to say?
I mean, it looks a lot like Brock Purdy, yeah. But
so this is the victory lap.
Yeah.
We did all that to get to that. Yeah. Okay, got it.
I mean, the real love. McCaffrey's been insane, but Mac played very good, very good.
Okay, sick. Well,
He's perfect for that offense.
Go call him Bill and Brady then, you fucking asshole.
Hold on, though. Before you do.
You can't say that.
Hey, JJ, I don't know if you heard what JJ Watt said. Did you hear that?
I did, and I sent it to multiple people.
What'd you say that, hey, JJ said he already said this. I don't have any ideas today that nobody else has had. Is that what you said?
No, JJ didn't say he already said it.
Yeah, he did. He said it on Sunday.
You missed that clip. Yeah, he did your whole thing on Sunday.
During the game.
Got to add that to the film regimen.
Maybe you should listen to what he said, and then maybe you say, you know what, I want to echo JJ's kind of sentiment here. That'd be cool.
Wait, JJ said it during their game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
two
called
tight
their game.
Two tight ends, the whole thing. Yeah, he did the whole thing.
He said he did it while talking about McVay's offense.
Yeah, under center.
Back to the drawing board, brother.
Under center throws.
You saw that? Dan, you copycat.
Dan. Oh.
No, I didn't see
Can we call
it. I
JJ?
didn't-
Can we call JJ actually? Can we call-
I didn't see it. I'm just saying, like that's the model. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Titans and Rams.
Yeah, sorry, big bruh.
Okay, hold on. We don't know. Hold on. Let me see if he'll answer this.
Dang, man.
Hold on, though. You guys should at least talk this out a little bit just to see if you guys maybe collab on ideas.
Yeah, exactly. You guys might be able to unlock the secrets to the universe in there.
He might be also talking to the Espanol boys.
He could be.
Could be. Everybody put in your AirPods. I'm not going to speak your language, but they can. Hey, you're not talking to Espanol, okay? Hey, we're still alive. Dan Orlovsky's on. We just broke the news to him that he did not come up with this genius idea about two tight ends under center. You talked about it during the game. Is there any other things or ideas that you have that maybe Dano can claim?
No, I mean, the Rams are obviously always ahead of the curve on anything, Dan, so I'm sure you've seen their 3, 5, and 7-step drop from under center. In addition,
He's all over it.
Yeah,
He's all over it. He's all over it. He's the only team. They're the only team in the NFL that's put on the quarterback underneath center and drop back. He's all over it.
You're
man.
all over it, man. Yeah, this was his entire take. This was his fucking thing he was about to do for NFL Live.
This must be what happens when you work with Ian Eagle, man.
Yeah, it's all eagle.
around. Everything's going to be under center. You have to be able to have the multiplicity and the option to do whatever you want. And that was what was really interesting talking to Sean McVay, is he said that last piece of our under center offense that you didn't have to plan for before was the drop back pass. And so now we're adding that element in. So basically, they can run their entire offense out of under center.
Thank you, JJ. We appreciate you making football better. Thank you for your brain. Thank you for everything for you're doing for us for football. See you, buddy.
Talk about a guy who knows ball.
100%.
Wow. Dan, he's on it. He got it.
Beat you to it.
Too slow.
Oh, maybe you should say.
Let's not say beat you to it. I mean, let's not say that.
Snorlovsky?
He did though. Snooze, you lose.
Snorlovsky. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit too.
Been talking about it.
No.
We haven't heard it.
No.
You haven't.
We haven't heard it.
I got open ears.
Okay. All right. We appreciate you, Dan. Good luck. Maybe just say, as JJ said, and then you can get into your whole thing, do a virtual reality thing about it. Maybe have JJ come into the virtual reality.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, actually, Dano, I said this. Yeah, that could be a whole thing.
Yeah, or you could break his ankles.
Oh, Carson Wentz, maybe break both of your ankles.
Yeah.
Something to think about. All right. We appreciate you, Dan. Good luck out there.
Thank
Thank you, Dano. What his eyes and JJ was going 3, 5, 7-step drop.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's all over it.
He's all over it. Oh my God. That was awesome.
Sounds like Jade's got some good info from their production meeting.
Yeah, sounds like Sean McVay actually gave him a little bit of game. Now, with his plantar fascia being torn, will he still be like that in those meetings? We do wonder. Sean McVay in great shape, still runs routes, is what everybody says. That's right. And that's how precious everything can be. One day you're standing there running routes with the boys, lifting with Witt in that one gym, the Village or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day you're coaching on the sideline, you tear your plantar fascia. Okay? And now your whole life is different. That sucks.
Yeah. It's tough.
I've never had it, but I've seen people deal with it. Your foot's part of everything. Your foot's part of everything. You know, it's like when you get an ankle.
Yeah.
It's like a part of everything. Toe even. Get a fucking
The worst.
12 weeks.
Joe Burrow, 3 months.
Foot's good, said McVay. I did tear my plantar fascia. So, yeah, well, that's a good thing because I guess it allows you to heal a little faster. But I was being dramatic, limping around towards the end of the game. But the MRI confirmed I fucking did hurt myself because there's a lot of people telling him, "Jeez, are you okay? I mean, you look terrible." Good news is I'm not playing. I'm just on the sidelines watching, so I have a little cool limp to add some swag. Then you'll know why. He said a little dramatic. That's because somebody talked shit to him.
Yeah.
And then he went and got the MRI.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Brought it in. Brought in the film.
Told you.
Well, McVay, hey, way to tough it out.
Yep.
That's not fun. That plantar fascia sucks. All right. Tone, why don't you come over here, brother? Good day today.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Great day, yeah.
A lot of segs.
Yeah, a lot of sex.
We got a game tomorrow now. Back into it.
We made it. Week 3.
Yeah.
Good game tomorrow.
Who is it?
Bills Dolphins.
Really?
It will be good.
What's the line on that one?
12.5.
Stop it.
That's a lot.
This week for Thursday Night Football.
What's that, bud?
We're getting off this week for Thursday Night Football.
He said off now.
What
We
do
can
you mean?
sleep. We can just go to bed and not have to worry about it.
I love the Fins at 12.5.
Yeah, Bills. I don't think Josh Allen's ever covered as a favorite of more than 10 points.
Yeah, this is a different Dolphins team. Bills 11.5. You like it or just 12.5?
I like 11.5. Touchdown and field goal. Anything over 10.5.
I'll tell you what. I didn't see the field as well last week as I did the first week, but my brain has nothing positive about the Dolphins.
Sure.
Nothing. Even quotes coming out of the quarterback. D-Bone, now that we have a Bills diehard fan part of the group text, we see everything that's coming out. Allegedly, Bleacher Report reported that Tua said, I can't do half of what he does.
Yeah, there's a video of it. It happened.
Now, out of context, obviously, it sounds like something. He's probably going to say that I'm a different quarterback than Josh Allen does. Is Josh Allen's the MVP of the league, though? And all Dolphins fans go, we might think that. You can't be thinking. We
already paid.
Yeah, we can't. You can't be thinking. We might be able to think that at times, but we can't have you thinking that. It's just, and I like Tua. I appreciate Tua. I like McDaniel. I like a lot of the shit that revolves around Miami. But just like nothing is positive in my mind coming out of Miami.
Nope.
Nothing. And I assume that could all change. Okay, you have one big game, you have one good game. Everything can kind of flip. Aura can flip. That's a very negative. I mean, insanely negative. Is that just because we're around Gumpy, you think, AJ? You're not around Gumpy every single day. Do you think that's just why it is like that?
I don't know. It's weird, but it is a great opportunity for them to turn their season around. If they do beat the Bills, which nobody's given them a chance, then here we go. Now it's a little spark that we need.
Yeah.
What happened?
Now the question is, can they beat them?
Yeah. I heard D-Bone just sent a text into the group.
Prime time, too. They could do it.
I know which way I'm leaning.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get real bad if the Chargers continue to go, because that's when people will come back and be like, the Dolphins could have had Justin Herbert, and they haven't really gotten there yet. And I know it had worked out at one point for both teams, and it was a situation where, like, hey, either guy you're good with, but if Herbert does end up going, that is going to come back around, and the Dolphins will get shit for it. And there are a ton of teams that do that every single year. Yeah. Like that's not like a Miami thing, but I'm just saying you can kind of see that on the horizon from Fins Up Nation.
Yeah, and Gumpy's been fighting it for a while. He knows it's coming. Oh, everybody's so fucking smarter.
There was a lot of people saying to take Herbert before Tua before that draft. I remember.
Yeah, there weren't. Herbert was the guy that was like, this guy's just a smart guy from Oregon. He won the smart Heisman, not the football Heisman.
Well, then Tom Telesco came out, who's GM of the Chargers. He was like, yeah, whoever the Dolphins took, we're just going to take the other guy. So he was like completely, I'm cool with both guys.
Revisionist history.
Whatever the hell you want to do.
Exactly.
But Herbert, at one point, he was like, okay, this is the Prince's promise, the number one pick. And then it was, we're tanking for Tua. The league-wide tank for Tua for sure. So, yeah, I get. But, I mean, he did have some big injuries coming in.
All right, if this goes in, Dolphins beat the Bills.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Gumpy? What was that? Gumpy did a full.
Well, are you
Look, I'm gonna throw on my Dolphins tarp tomorrow, and I'm gonna have hope for however long it is. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You hit this shot first quarter. Look, I'm gonna strap up for game day.
You
okay?
hit this shot.
I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna do it over and over again because that's what I do. It's just it is what it is. We're terrible at football.
Part of the dream.
Hey, if I make this, the Dolphins are going to win. Gumpy, fucking no. Now I got to act like I care if this thing goes in. It's going in, Gumps.
You got this.
It's for the Dolphins. I really tried.
Oh.
That was close.
I'll let the universe take it.
Good line. Yeah. Good line. Now you can do the Bills.
This one goes in. Colts win the Super Bowl. I did the Steelers win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, do the Bills to win tomorrow now.
All right, no, because then the universe isn't talking. Maybe the universe is not here.
Yeah,
we'll find out right now.
Find out right now.
We'll find out right now if the universe is listening. It's for the Bills. Oh, okay.
Sounds like the universe really wants the Bills.
All right. We're kind of on it right now. We're kind of. I think that other ball knocked that one out. That was a situation. Like, well, the universe counts it.
Wait, what's this for?
Good call.
This is incredidible. I haven't touched a backboard in 15 fucking weeks. This guy's on it.
Yeah, fourth-down quarterback, brother. Okay, so this one's for the Colts.
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Okay.
I already did a Steelers Super Bowl, though, so that would kind of be...
Did they win?
The Super Bowl?
Did they make it on that?
Well, that would be this year.
You can flush that one down the toilet.
Okay. Stone's out.
Week 3.
Yep.
You guys won a big game that first week.
Yeah.
I have eyes. It's done.
Oh, no. Week 3?
It's done. Yes.
Were we putting over-unders on how many weeks did the Steelers believe?
No, we should have been.
Through week 3, I think we would
Here
all
we
thought
are.
pretty early.
Yeah.
Especially to beat the Jets. Now, they lose to the Jets. I think he said that everybody was going to be out week 2.
Yeah, right.
Beat the Jets, though. Now we're still at week 3 going, that team ain't doing it.
I have an argument that I'm thinking in my head that I think your team not being able to stop the run is the worst thing that you could be a fan of.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes. Because you're just soft, is what everybody says.
And you're on defense a ton. Like, then you're just watching your team
And the games
play
are
defense.
quick.
Yeah.
Because the ball is just moving right down there, not a lot of possessions.
Demoralizing.
Have to score on every possession. If you punt once, you are going to lose.
This one's for the Steelers to stop the run.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
For the good of Pittsburgh. A lot of pressure.
Oh, shit. Turn and run defense around, win the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. We're in this thing together. Congrats to the Steelers.
That could have been the Colts.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Could have been the Colts ball, too. We didn't know what the universe heard.
Good point.
So it could be Colts Super Bowl or the Steelers run game, run defense. So we'll see, I guess.
We'll see Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Against who?
New England, baby.
What's Vrabel going to try to do?
This. Punching dicks.
Okay. All right. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team Mommy, great work today, AQ. Great work this week,
You too,
Darius.
brother.
We'll see you all tomorrow. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.